There's one reason only that I'm reacting to this. It's popped on my YouTube recommended, and I see a peculiar fellow. I see a peculiar fellow in this video. They got Myron from Best Fresh and Fit in this video called "Is Being Fat a Choice? Fit Men versus Fat Men. Middle Ground." What made them think putting Myron in this discussion was a smart idea, bro? This would be a long reaction. It's an hour and 70 minutes. But I know it's going to be entertaining because Myron's there. I know it's going to be entertaining. Why? Bro, this man gonna be talking for a good 70% of the time. I already know. And there ain't going to be no discussion, bro. If some of y'all knew the middle ground is literally supposed to be duality of two polar opposite of group people talking to each other and trying to understand each other on the opposite spectrum, right? And by the end of it, they're supposed to come to a middle ground of understanding why the other side think the way they do, see life the way they do, right? Ain't no way, Myron. I don't understand why he's here. Ain't no way. It's just impossible. But let's get into this.
Do you think just being in a fat body and being in the public space encourages obesity?
Yes.
Shame is what led me to an eating disorder.
Whose fault
When
is that,
what
though?
we're looking for is
Whose fault is that?
stability.
That's your fault.
It's
See, the
an
problem is that you're a
amalgamation.
professional victim.
Would you agree, like, looking at his physique?
Who fault is that?
I would say maybe healthy.
No,
You think?
he's definitely overweight, definitely obese.
Man, they should have had the fat people their shirts off too. Like, nigga, I can flex too, man. I can flex too. Talking about, I don't care.
Host the Radical Empathy podcast.
let
I
me
used
get
to direct
comfortable.
episodes of Middle Ground, but I'll now be moderating today's discussion between jacked men and fat men. Our first prompt is, I have felt disgusted looking at a fat body. Can our agreeers please step forward?
That's a wild first question. Of course, Myron walk up.
Well, it's unacceptable to be fat.
Okay. That's a great start.
Dang, he swing
I
off.
mean, I know why you say that.
Can't mean
but
swinging.
it's one of those things where, do you know why you're saying that?
Yes, because I've been fat before and I lost the weight.
Well, me too. I've been fat my whole life. I've been way skinnier than I am now, and I've been way heavier than I am now. Was I less valuable at one point in there?
Well, I mean, you can make an argument that you're less valuable when you're fatter because you drain resources, but that's a whole other conversation. But yeah, I mean, in general, being fat is unacceptable because you control every single morsel of food that goes into your mouth.
Okay.
It shows a lack of discipline, it shows a lack of character, it shows a lack of temperance, and when you're fat, it's an outward manifestation of your inadequacies.
When I see somebody who's 500 or 600 pounds, all I can think of is, why do they care so little about their health that they can do this, allow themselves to gain that much weight, knowing it's taken 20, 30, 40 years off their life? I just can't imagine not wanting to live that badly.
I understand that. No, it's I've definitely felt disgusted looking at my own body and looking at other fat bodies in my life. A lot of the disgust I felt looking at people was me feeling disgusted with myself and then projecting that feeling onto other people. And I don't think anyone on either side will disagree that health is important. I know that my own
Okay, he's sounding very sound right now.
Way worse when I was spending every fixate of my life trying to get smaller and trying to be thinner.
I don't think there's anyone that can look at somebody 500, 600, 700 pounds and not think, wow, what have they done? And not be disgusted. Like, how can you not?
Okay, I agree. If you're like 500, 600 pounds on some, what's the TV show? Y'all know what TV show I'm talking about, where they be overweight and they go to the doctor to try to lose weight. If you're that big, then yeah, I can agree on that. But the saying it's unacceptable, like it's a job, is crazy to me. Like, yeah, you should take care of your body and be healthy. Yeah, I agree. But saying you're disgusted looking at them and saying it's unacceptable, that's too harsh. Okay, it's too harsh. Do I agree you in control of being that size? Yeah, I agree with control of being that size. But saying it's unacceptable, like it's a job, is kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. Like, there's some people out there that actually want to be big. They don't want to be ripped and skinny. There's some people out there, they just okay with being big. They love food. They stand by it, you know. Is it unhealthy to them? Yeah, they understand the health risk. Some don't understand the health risk, but they still smiling every day, positive and stuff. I wouldn't say it's unacceptable. Like it's a mandatory thing. Like it's your body, you know, love your body and do what you want to do with it. It's kind of crazy.
I just can't understand.
You can't
nobody
assume that
thinking
everyone has the same opinion though, because unfortunately, some people have emotional stuff that happened, traumatic stuff that's happened. So you can't discount and just say, oh, because they're fat.
Boo-hoo, man. Like, there's way worse stuff going out in the world versus people saying, oh my God, I'm sad, I'm gonna eat some ice cream. It's like, no, dude, it's like, you're fat, you made that decision, you live in the best country ever. If you live in a civilized first world country where you have electricity, internet power, etc., you deserve to be bullied. It's ridiculous to me that we have all these fat people running around.
Deserve to be bullied.
Bombed in Gaza. It's ridiculous. We are so privileged here in the United States and in the West in general. When I see a fat person, I'm like, wow, you got the gift of life. You got the gift of being in a developed country, and you're a fat POS talking about body positivity on TikTok. Bruh. What the hell is going on
But now you're
here?
segmenting though, because not everyone thinks like that.
No, we need to bring shaming back.
Okay.
Like, bro, like, what did they expect when they brought him on this? What did they expect? Like, the extremist is crazy. Okay, so the black brother with the dreads, whatever, said that some people go through emotional trauma that causes them to have like eating disorder and stuff, which is true. Some people go through emotional trauma, whether someone passed away, whether a breakup maybe, whether being, you know, SA, you know, things of that nature. It triggers a mental trauma in their head, and everybody cope with trauma in different ways. Some people eating disorder. Some people just super depressed, so they just lay around all day, so then the food just pick up on them, the body weight just pick up on them stuff. So saying it's like, who fault is that? They didn't ask for the mental trauma. Everybody have different mental fortitude, and some people can't handle it like everybody else. Like, life ain't just black and white. Yeah, it's easy to just say, who fault is that? Yours. Like, yeah, it's easy to say that, but like, life is not black and white. It's gray. Just because you're able to bounce back from a mental trauma don't mean someone else can bounce back from mental trauma. That's why we have therapy. Some people need help to bounce back from the mental trauma. And everybody can't bounce back immediately. Like, some people, they sit in that mental trauma for about 5-6 years, and then they finally gain the mental fortitude to bounce out of it, and then they start losing the weight. But to just show no type of empathy and just be like, who fault is that? Like, show some empathy, bro. Like, people go through it, bro. And then, now, second point, you're saying we in the U.S., bro. There's so many people that live in the U.S. that understand the living conditions ain't that great. Yeah, compared to other countries, yeah, it's better, but it ain't that great. Like, trying to eat healthy costs an arm and a leg compared to eating fast food, which is crazy to me. Like, if America cared about us not being obese, they would make it that eating healthier was cheaper than eating fast and easy fast food. You know what I'm saying? America would make sure that there was healthier foods to eat, but they don't. And then, if you're someone like me that grew up in the hood, you know, you don't got the resources to eat healthy. You got the resources to get what you can get, bro. And if that's eating ramen noodles, then you eating ramen noodles. If that's eating a grilled cheese, then you eating a grilled cheese. If that's eating Campbell goddamn chicken noodle soup or goddamn Chef Boyardee ravioli, then that's what you're doing. You don't have the necessities to have a well-balanced diet every single day. You know what I'm saying? Like, saying like you got everything at your disposal. No, everybody don't have everything to their disposal. Everybody don't have the necessity of the money and resources to eat what they need to eat to be healthy. Some people gotta work multiple jobs and don't have enough time to work out and exercise because they to be working a job to make ends meet to live their life. Like, some niggas are homeless. Like, come on now. Life is not just black and white like that. It's not that simple. There are variables. Everybody's life has variables, bro. It's a gray area, bro.
We need to bring shaming back in so many other regards besides obesity. We need to do it with sluts. We need to shame fat people. We need to shame everybody when they fuck up. Because shame has been one of the strongest defenses against degeneracy and human ups.
You had a personal experience you wanted to share. You said you used to be overweight. Now you're
Oh
not.
yeah, so I did an experiment back in like 2015 where I like bulked for like almost 2 years, and I got up to like 250 pounds, and then I dieted down. It took me about 7 months. I systematically did it, controlled my calories, tracked my macros, tracked my protein, carbs, fats, and systematically lost 1 to 2 pounds per week.
So you chose to gain.
Okay, okay. Again, I'm not 100% against Mario. I get what he's saying. Systematically, yes, it's very possible. But who all got the resource to do that? This man had the privilege to gain weight and lose weight for fun, for scientific matters. He did that. Some people don't have the necessity to even just do that. Niggas just gotta do what they gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Like some of y'all hood niggas, some people, well, not hood niggas, but some of y'all that grew up in the hood, y'all know what I'm talking about, bro. Y'all know what I'm talking about, bro. Everybody ain't privileged like
Up
that,
to
bro.
250.
Yeah,
you were
so
naturally
I've been in all
skinny
spectrums.
beforehand.
Like I'm naturally skinny.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I was like, all right, I'm gonna get fat as an experiment.
Yeah.
Did it, and then I was like, all right, now I'm gonna lose the weight. And then all I did was just track my calories, ate the same food every single day.
Yeah.
Went to the gym 4 or 5 times a week, and everything was controlled, and it got done. Was it monotonous? Of course. Was it
No,
boring? Of
yeah,
course.
I agree with you there. I am naturally this way.
See, and then he said that he exercised 4-5 times a week. Everybody don't got time in the day to exercise 4-5 times a week, bro. Niggas working 9 to 5 jobs, bro. And then when they work that 9 to 5, some niggas working more than 9 to 5 jobs. And then when they come home, they getting themselves a meal and they going to sleep to work the next day, bro. Like everybody don't got time to be doing that, you know. But I get what he's saying.
This is
though.
with working out.
If you want it, you want it. And then, like you said, he was naturally skinny. When you naturally skinny, with your metabolism, it's easier to lose the weight you gain because that's your natural size, right? Like this, is my natural size. It's easy for me to stay, you know. I guess I'll say dad bod. It's easy for me to keep a dad bod. That's my natural size. It's the losing the weight, or it's easy for me to maintain the weight. It's harder for me to lose the weight. And then when I gain the weight, it's easy for me to lose the gain weight because this is my natural size, right? And I'm pretty sure this dude can say the exact same thing, you know?
4 or 5 times
That's
a week.
not true.
It's
No,
100%
you
true,
can't.
bro.
Nah, bro.
No,
Come to the gym with
it's
me.
not.
This
It's
is me
not
working out.
natural at all because at the end of the day, if you don't lose weight, by definition, you're not in a calorie deficit. If you're not in a calorie deficit, then you're gonna either maintain or gain weight, and that's the problem is that
totally.
people don't
And-
track their calories.
And that's true.
That's
But
true, yeah.
people burn at their resting metabolic rate
Exactly.
a different set of calories.
Exactly.
Doesn't matter.
Let's not get too granular right now. Rogany, it's going to be one of those episodes,
That-
right?
That
Let's bring
literally, they say it doesn't matter. It does matter. Your natural size is based on your metabolism rate. There are literally guys out there that eat more than my brother. My brother eat way more than me and work out less, but he's still skinny because of his metabolism. Literally, because his resting state burns more calories than my resting state. So that's not cap. Everybody burn different calories at a different metabolism rate, right? Metabolic rate, I mean. So like, like, yeah, I know you can. I know calorie deficit. Yes, that'll make you lose the weight. Yes, they're right as well. But like but they also right as well on the right side where it's like everybody burn different amount of calories in a resting state. Like resting state meaning like just your everyday life without working out or anything. We all burn a certain amount of calories. Everybody burn a different amount of calories every day, right? So your natural state would be you doing nothing at all, and that's your size. And comparing me and my brother doing nothing at all, he naturally skinnier because his metabolism just burned faster than mine. He'll eat more than me and everything and do no workouts. While me, I eat less than him. 1 meal a day. I eat 1 meal a day. This man may eat like 2-3 meals a day. Way more calories than me. But he's skinnier than me. It just, you know, everybody's body's just different. So that's kind of a reach right there.
And the disagreeers, and hear from them.
Like that's just scientific fact right there.
Okay, so the reason I disagree, especially when I heard this,
they even got a whole calculator online to freaking calculate how many calories you burn in your resting state. They literally have a calculator online for you to do that. So it's height and everything. So it's kind of crazy they just said that for them to be fitness people.
think I'll ever look at somebody based on their situation and think that I'm disgusted. Like, if I see somebody that's a drug addict on the street that's homeless, I'm not disgusted by that. If I see somebody that's incredibly overweight, I'm not disgusted by that. Do I think that there's an opportunity for growth? Do I think they've been put in a disadvantageous position that's probably makes it harder for them?
Exactly.
Absolutely. I think I'm kind of an empath. So
Eric,
I see somebody,
you spit it,
I know
bro.
that there's things underlying, and one of my best friends is 400 plus pounds. I've helped him lose 150, 200 pounds. He's gained it back. And I don't look at him and say, I'm disgusted, but I know how bad he wants it. And just seeing how hard he tries and then reverts, it's almost more tough for me than to be like, oh, that's disgusting, you know? And I think there's plenty of people that look at me and say, that's disgusting. I never want to look like that.
I understand that one as well.
I know what it feels like on the other side.
Okay, Eric, you're rocking it right now.
Ugh, that's gross to like have that muscle. And to go back to that point, like, you came from a fit place, and like deciding to bulk, like, that's a conscientious decision to gain weight. Like, you already have those habit routines and skills in order to stay in shape, and then you use those same skills you had to pull back on the calories and knowledge you had.
The reason why I use that example is that you can get fat and lose the weight if you know what you're doing and you have the knowledge and everything else like that. It's just about consistency over time. So it's like, I look at it like—
let me cut you off, because here's one thing that you just said.
Yeah.
You have the tools. So there's people that don't have the tools that you've passed judgment on, and you have failed to realize that with the tools, people are very much capable of achieving amazing things. But
okay, let's talk about set
no,
tools.
hold on, I'm not done.
Why you cut me off
I'm
before,
not done.
remember?
Okay, tell me I like energy. I like energy. Facts. Like I was just saying, everyone had different resources. I grew up in the hood. I didn't have the resources to be like, oh, this how I work with calorie deficit. Oh, I need to eat this food and yada yada. I didn't know that. Nigga, I was eating what I can eat, my nigga. Like everybody don't have those devices. And then by the time you grew up to try to get those devices, it's not too late, but you already picked up the weight, and now you got to get money in your pocket, working a job and stuff, 9 to 5 and stuff, to try to get to a comfortable, at least middle class comfortable, to have extra time in your day to be able to work out and practice the tools that you probably now learn now growing up, that you still have to do research on yourself, because there's so many goddamn fake gurus out there that try to be like, do this, there's a hack to lose weight, and oh, you don't need to eat this, you can still do this and that. Like, no, you got to do some real research and like move all the BS, you know, fitness industry crap trying to sell pills and whatnot. You got to move all that BS out the way that people fall for because they trying to sell money and stuff, and try to find the real information to lose weight, because it's hard to get out there because of all the people trying to fake supplements and stuff to sell to people to try to, you know, sell. It's an industry for money there, okay? Everybody don't have the tools to try to lose weight. They really don't. Everybody don't have a treadmill at home. Everybody don't have a workout machine at home. Everybody don't have ways to get to the gym. Everybody don't have money to pay for a gym membership. Everybody don't have time to go to the gym and work out. Some people don't even know what workouts to do when they're at the gym. Like, there's a lot of variables there, and you need the right tools and guidance to get to that point. Are these excuses? No, this is just pure facts. Is it possible? 100% yes. You just got to find the information to get the tools. Is it hard to get the tools? Yes, you got to put in attention and work and effort to find the tools, the correct information to get said tools to do what you got to do. I'm not saying it's impossible, but to just say, just go find it, it's like, no, everybody not in a position to do that. There are people that are like not fortunate to be in that position. I'm not saying it's impossible. I do agree with Myron in a bit. Yes, you can find the tools and do what you need to do. But to just try to turn a blind eye and act like there aren't people out there that don't have the resources to get it, it's kind of crazy. Like, life ain't just black and white. Like I'm gonna keep saying, life is gray. There are people that don't have them tools, bro.
And I stood over there and I listened to you, and I was like, it's a ton of bullshit too.
Sure.
But we're gonna address this, right?
Yeah.
You are passing judgment on people who lack the tools to do what it is that they need to do to get themselves to a certain point of health. There are multitudes of factors that weighs into what goes on with somebody's body. There are people that, even if they work out, losing the weight does not come as simple as just going to the gym, cutting calories, watching everything that you eat. There are some people that have a disposition I have a disposition. But does that mean that I'm not active? Does that mean that I'm not doing certain things? No, it doesn't. But you're passing judgment on somebody's body that you know nothing about. Now, on the flip side, what if I turned around and I did the same thing to you? You're talking about how fit and stuff that you are, but you're over there and you're smallest compared to these other guys. So how does that feel if someone comes... You said shame, right?
That's a little...
That made the laugh. It's crazy. That's crazy. But I agree with you. You shaming people, telling them they got the tools to get in the gym, but then you're skinny compared to these other fit gym people, right? Now does not mean knowing they do like body enhancers, steroids and whatnot. But yeah, if you're talking about something, we need to bring shame and stuff back. He's now throwing shame at you, and he kind of did like a wow face, like, wow, we going there. And it's like, you don't want to say we should bring bullying and shame back. He's hitting you with bullying and shame. So now I'm kind of curious what Myron finna say now that he just got bullying and shame thrown at him in this position. I need to see it now. I need to see it.
Yeah. You said shame, right?
Yeah.
So how does that feel?
You
said shame, right?
Yeah.
I'm glad. What was his name? Telvin. I'm glad Telvin going in out in that perspective. I want to see what Myron finna say as a counter. You said you pro shame, so Telvin purposely threw shame at you. I want to see, since he said bullying and shame is good, it helps you grow as a person. I want to see what Myron finna say here. If Myron say anything like, "Oh, you're shaming me now," I'm like, bro, you just said you're pro shame. He just threw your argument back at you to see how you respond. It better not be, "Oh, you're shaming me now. You're getting your emotions." You better say, "You know what? You're right. I need to hit the gym harder." He better say something along them lines, bro. He better say something along them lines, bro.
Feel if someone comes up and they start shaming you for size. Like, come on. It goes both ways.
We're just in the first prompt. We got to be careful about targeting each other too directly.
I'm not offended. It's fine. He's emotional.
It goes in every direction.
He's obviously very triggered. But yeah, so let's talk about, let's hit the first part.
Myron, you can't call him emotional. You just said we need to bring shaming back. So he shamed you. If you saying shaming is emotional and it shows trigger, then that means, Myron, by definition, you're emotional because you're pro shaming. Right? I'm not off the. I'm right. I'm in the ballpark, right? Right? If he said we need to bring shaming and bullying back, and then someone just shamed him, and he said that's emotional, don't that mean Myron is pro-emotional? Someone check me if I'm wrong here, right? Someone check me if I'm wrong here. Like, golly, he just shamed you because you say you're pro-shame. He was just showing your own medicine. He wanted to know, how did that make you feel? And you called him emotional and triggered for that. Like, huh?
Tools. What are the tools? The tools are simply knowledge, which you can get for free on the internet. If you have the ability and the discipline to go out there and get the knowledge, bro, then you're going to lose weight.
It's thousands of people tell you different ways to lose weight online.
Excuses for why. Oh, my feelings. Oh, I don't know what, you don't know what people are going through, blah, blah, blah. No, you can watch your calories. You can go to the gym. You have time to do it. People just like to make excuses.
I don't think anyone's debating that weight loss is impossible.
Exactly. I don't think anybody.
The question is, why do you
discuss it? Exactly. We went on a whole tangent.
Towards it.
Well, like I said before, it's a culmination of a bunch of bad decisions. I'm not going to go ahead and give the same level of respect to someone who's a fat ass to someone that has worked really hard and diligently on their physique, because your body's outward manifestations,
there's more
decisions,
factors to a human being than their body.
Exactly.
Well, you could judge a lot just off of someone's physique. You'd be like, okay, well, this guy is lazy, and that's personified through their physique. It's the truth.
Abe, I saw you wanted to say something.
I mean, just to take it back to the prompt, I think we just kind of went all over.
That's not the truth. That's not the truth at all. That's not the truth at all. If you look at someone that's not fit, if someone get like a dad bod or fat, that don't mean they lazy. They probably putting in like god dang 8 to 10 hours of work toward a career, right? They be putting 8 to 10 hours of work or even more toward the career. A hard-working man. There are hard-working men, blue-collar men out there doing construction work and stuff and don't have a fit body. They got a belly or something on them, right? You telling me they lazy? When they out there making out money, you saying they lazy? Because they still be putting in 14, 16-hour shifts and they don't have time to go to the gym? They lazy? When they making money on the clock? What? And then there's plenty of fit people that take steroids. And because you see they fit, you see they put in hard work, even though they juice themselves up to advance the process, instead of just doing it natural? Come on now. Come on now. That wasn't even a sound argument, Myron! Come on now!
Yeah, we're still focusing on the word disgust.
Just the word disgust. I mean, I would never look at someone and show disgust towards them.
Exactly.
I mean,
just
I
not
think,
humane.
with respect, like you said. I mean, you don't respect everyone, like you said, but I think
Respect is earned.
I mean, it is earned, but I mean, I think at a humane level, we can learn to appreciate each other's differences.
Yeah, I don't know if like disgust would be the right word, right?
I know.
He said respect is earned. I mean, you got to give respect to earn respect. But I mean, regardless, you should respect someone just because it's the humane thing to do. You shouldn't just go up to somebody and be like, I'm disgusted with you. And then, just start calling them a piece of ish and stuff. Like be a decent human being. You may not agree with their lifestyle, but I don't mean you got to be a dick about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, huh?
Greg mentioned some health implications with being overweight or obese.
Yeah.
I think being concerned might be a better.
That's the word I was going to go for.
Word.
Yeah,
I can
show some compassion.
concern for someone.
You show some compassion
for the
about
way
it.
that they are, but I would never look at someone and say like,
saying you're disgusted.
But is that
Exactly.
any different than if you see somebody who's extremely anorexic, they're 50 pounds, you look at them, you're in shock. Oh my God, like something happens in your body you can't control. You can't stop that.
That's not disgust.
It's not, I don't hate them.
That's different
It's just,
from-
wow, oh my God, it's like, it's disgusting. Like, holy goodness
But
gracious.
why
That's a
would
shock
you
factor,
use
though.
the
That's
word
not-
disgusting?
that's
Exactly. That's not
so
disgust.
You just mentioned the polar opposite of what we are, right? But why would you look at them and be disgusted versus concerned?
Exactly.
That is a very specific word.
You would show
and
compassion.
it has very specific connotations behind it. And when it's used, it's somewhat weaponized as well.
I don't think we can help how we
Disgust
feel. I
just
don't
another
think I
word
can
for
choose,
hate.
like, oh, I just am not. It would be sitting here and lying. I'm not going to sit here and lie. I'm always going to be honest with people. I'm disgusted. This is just how I feel.
The thing is, when you see a fat person, the reason why it's disgusting and the reason why there's so much pushback on this whole body positivity and people make fun of Lizzo, rightfully so, by the way, is because it's unattractive, it's unhealthy. Until we had this woke era, they used to put like models and attractive people on the cover of magazines that were in shape. Why? So that people can aspire to look like that. And it's healthy and it looks better in general. You look good, feel good. But when you're fat, it says a lot about you.
The reason why I love Myron, bro, in a joking manner, not actually like love his character, in a joking manner, is because he throw facts out and he treat him like absolute without like digging deeper or what he's saying. Yeah, back then, because I remember I was in English class with this. Back then, they used to have models on magazines that were skinny, right? All the time, blasting it up on magazine and everything, saying, this how you should look, right? And because they were showing that on magazines so much, we had so many women doing whatever it takes to be skinny. They were throwing up, they was taking weight loss pills, becoming anorexic, literally malnourished, just to be skinny. I'm talking, you was able to see their bones and everything, being unhealthy, unfed, getting sick and everything, because society is making women think, I have to be skinny. That's the only way I'm seen as a supermodel and be beautiful. And it had a horrible point to it. And now, yes, we're on the opposite spectrum now, where they're showing plus size women on magazines, and now we got women being obese and unhealthy, and now people are getting having the flip side of like diseases and health problems from being overweight. So at the end of the day, I think it's all about not being extreme on either side and finding a middle ground. You know what I'm saying? See what I did there? Like finding a middle ground where just love your body side and stop judging people and setting standards on what they supposed to look like. Because at the end of the day, attraction is subjective. There's no right or wrong. Should you take care of your body? Yes. There's people out there, they are quote unquote obese off the BMI charts scale, but they still healthy. When they go to the doctor doesn't say there's anything wrong with them. Their blood pressure is good, their cholesterol is good, they're healthy through and through. Yeah, they have some body fat on them, but they still healthy. And then on the flip side, there are some fit people that they look fit, but they're not healthy. They still got some blood problems. They still got some cholesterol problems and stuff. So it's like, At the end of the day, just make sure your body is healthy on the inside. So you shouldn't be too big and you shouldn't be too skinny or too fit if you're using drugs or whatever. You need to find a natural, healthy size for yourself, whether it's a dad bod or, you know, trim, slim fit, you know. Make sure you're just healthy at the end of the day instead of trying to judge people on how they supposed to look and what's supposed to be attractive. At the end of the day, it's subjective, bro. Just be healthy for your body and love your body.
People aren't going to sit there and be like, let me see if he's a good person. No, they're just going to assume that you're lazy, which you are, by the way, when you're fat, and you don't have discipline, which you are, by the way. So they're just going to assume off of what they see. That's the world that we live in.
I love how you just you stated a ton of assumptions.
Facts.
You didn't state not one fact.
Exactly.
You just stated assumptions.
Exactly.
I want to move on to the next prompt, but we're
Can
definitely.
I say one thing? Just one question.
Yeah.
Like, let's say you knew he used to be 600 pounds, and how much you weigh now?
I'm 384.
And now he's 384. Do you see him as less disgusting knowing he's lost 220 pounds?
No, that's fantastic.
I
but
think yes,
there's still
less.
work to be done. But here's the thing, like I said before, unfortunately, human beings judge a book by its cover. It's just the world that we live in. Fat people that identify as 97 genders, whatever, they expect us to change our worldview for them, and that's just not how the world works. Like it's been that way, it's always going to be that way.
That's
All right,
I think what I don't get.
It's just the
we
world
gotta
that we're in.
reset.
Like people are gonna,
Yeah, it's different. Yeah, my bad.
Now let's reset.
Okay, is Mario already? Oh my god. So you don't have to change your worldview, but you're on a discussion video about discussing multiple worldviews. You can't be stuck on your worldview and not open to listen to other people's perspectives, because the whole point of the video is to listen to other people's perspectives. Like, huh? Okay. What? Okay. He's right. People gonna judge you based off, book judge book back cover. 100%. He's right. I remember watching the balloon popping dating videos, right? Where literally a man will walk in and the women immediately pop their balloons. The man didn't say a word, anything. They already judged the man based off his looks, his walk, the way he walked, the way he talked, the way he dressed. Kendrick, like they done judged the man all off that before he even said a word and got to know his character and stuff. And they immediately popped their balloon like, yeah, I'm not dating that guy. I don't like the way he walked. I don't like the way he just breathed. I'm just not liking it. I don't like the way his shoes look. Even though a shoes can change, like it doesn't define his character. It's a piece of clothing. But people do judge based on the way you look. So I agree with Myron on that one. Now, my one thing about Myron, the reason why I kind of like he be spitting some truths out, but then some of the stuff he be saying to be disingenuous, is I don't like they throw facts out as absolute and then don't dig deeper with the facts. Like every fact have variables on behind why they consider a fact or why the fact can switch a little bit. It's not just black and white. It's a gray area on why certain facts are said, right? He just throw them out as absolute and don't go deeper on why the facts are what they say and why the facts can change up a bit. Why the facts are kind of versatile underneath the surface, right? He's saying surface level instead of digging deep in depth on why the fact is there. Like you saying people judge a book by its cover, right? But a good example would be like, okay, we know people judge people by their cover. But what are we going to do about that to change society? You know what I'm saying? Trying to be a solution to the problem instead of just saying, well we just going to add fuel to the problem. I'm just going to play the game that's there. Like, let's try to do something that, like, improve the problem. But Eric, the one, the green tank top, the yellow tank top, he literally said, okay, good example. This dude, he lost weight working hard. Is he a problem? Myron said, no, I respect him. So that automatically counter your argument about if I see someone big off a Judge Book Back's cover, I'm judging somebody that's big, but I don't even know that person already lost some weight. So he's not lazy. He's not undisciplined. He's in the process of losing weight. But instead of Myron saying, yeah, you're right, my statement is kind of too brass. He said, he still needs some work to be done though. I'm gonna judge Book Back's cover. Like, bro, you just don't want to back down on your opinion. Cause your opinion was wrong. It was wrong. Like, if a big person is over here putting in 10 to 12 hour shifts, working towards a career or a job, or something like we seen police officers that got stomachs on them. We done seen freaking construction workers with stomachs on them and whatnot. Security guards and all that, right? And they putting in hella work. You would call them lazy and undisciplined because they got fat on their body? Your quote unquote fact doesn't stay solid. It's an assumption. It's just an assumption.
Jacked men are more attractive than fat men. Will the agreeers please step forward?
Are jacked men more attractive than fat men?
How come there's 4 guys over there? All right,
Wow.
so we're living in a bizarro world where people don't see the truth.
Okay, hold on, because I'm the type of person, I look at random information, bro. Jacked men are more attractive than fat men. I know for a fact, I read a study before, they said women are into dad bods more than fit bods. Hold on. Okay, so I looked it up. It says, statistics show women like dad bods over fit bods, right? Meaning, they like a figure that isn't super chiseled. The findings echo a previous poll via Planet Fitness, which found that 78% of women feel men with dad bods are more confident in their skin. Right, nearly half the gals surveyed argue that a bouncy belly is the new six-pack. So literally, 50%, make sure I'm reading this right, while nearly half of the gals surveyed argue that, meaning 50% of the women like dad bods and 50% of the women like fit bodies, right? It's a 50-50 split. And then the 78% of those women in that percentage, so let's say it's 100 women, 50 of those women thought dad bods were attractive and 50 of them thought fit body was attractive. But 78 of them women believe that the dad bod people have more confidence than the fit guys, right? Let's scroll some more. That was a study in 2024 in March. Recent study, New York Post. Another post, March 27, 2024. A dating.com did a survey that reported that 75% of singles on their site prefer dad bods. 75% prefer dad bods over a fit body, right? They Planet Fitness 70% of women thought the dad bods were best. And there was a Planet Fitness survey in 2021. So like, off back, whatever they say right here, bro, it's finna be capped. It's finna be capped, bro. They did plenty of survey studies on women liking dad bods equal or more than fit looking guys. And I understand why, because some women, they are intimidated by super muscle guys, you know, guys that's like Eric in the yellow tank top. They probably scared of him because it's too much muscles, you know. They may like Myron or I think the other dude was Tyler, the quiet one, the black. They may like them because they like slim fit. But I even seen a post on Facebook where women, it had this picture of this big dude. It was a big dude that had like he was like I want husky, I guess I would say. He was big and fit. He had some beef on him. He had some mass on him. He was like big and fit. And then they showed a skinny nigga that was fit. And majority of the women chose the guy that had a stomach on him but had muscles on him. Like he had a stomach, a dad bod stomach, but he had good muscle physique on him, right? And almost every woman there chose the bigger guy compared to the skinnier fit guy. So like, attraction is subjective at the end of the day. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Attraction is subjective. This question is just all cap, okay? Jacked men are not more attractive than fat men. There's plenty of studies and surveys out there that show statistics that that's not the case. That's basically what I'm saying here. But let's get back to this. Let's see what they actually say here. I would actually argue that it's less about fitness and more about how tall the guy is, how much money the guy make, his status, you know, great personality, is he funny and stuff. Like I would actually go more to that on, you know, and then how physical looks. I would say it's less about how jacked he is. I mean, let's be 100% honest, man. In the hood, bro, most of the girls that getting cracked, smashed on, it be from a hood nigga, a thug nigga that got a whole beer belly that do drugs, bro. Like, let's be honest, or alcoholic, bro. Let's be honest. When you be looking at them videos of a girl getting exposed some ish, bro, it be a nigga with a beer belly on him, bro, smashing that hole, bro. Like, let's be honest here. It's not no fit trim nigga, bro. Like, it's not no jack nigga, they say, bro. Like, come on, man. Let's just be 100% honest here, bro. Women do not care, bro. It's more than just, is your body jacked and fit, bro.
How is it possible that they're thinking, no,
This
being
is ego.
obese and unhealthy is more attractive than being fit and healthy? How is this possible?
There's women that like fat guys.
Why a majority of women find a majority of men as unattractive. Because a lot of guys think this way, oh, I just be a nice guy and girls are gonna like me. No, they're not. She's not gonna suck your dick with the same veracity when you're a fat.
This man going into his little spiel on his podcast, bro. Nowhere here does it say nice guy, bro. It said attractive guy based on being jacked or fat. Where did you get nice guy from? And fellas, I preach this all the time on this channel. Do not be a nice guy. It is not about being a nice guy. Women don't like one-dimensional guys. That's the way we got to start phrasing it. Women don't like one-dimensional guy. If you a guy that has a one-dimensional mindset, women are not going to be attractive to you because there's such thing in the universe called diminishing returns, okay? Once you get used to that one-dimensional mindset you have, she's going to get bored of you and she's going to want something different because of diminishing returns. So I always advise guys, be multi-talented. You gotta know how to switch it up. You need to know when to be nice and then when to be bad. When to be thrilling, when to be risky, when to be secure, when to be jokey joke, when to be serious. You gotta know how to flip the switch whenever you need. When to be freaky, when to be, kind of defensive and supportive. You gotta know how to switch the switch up, bro. You can't just be one dimensional. Myron says this. But Myron, as y'all done seen so far, he's very one-dimensional. He's black and white. He believes in one world perspective, and he stick to it. He's one-dimensional. I ain't trying to come at the dude, but he'll be a boring guy to hang out with. I ain't gonna lie. As a friend, he seems like he'll be a boring guy to hang out with. I feel like I would never ever be able to hold an in-depth convo with him because it would be just the same echo chamber of him spewing the same thing over and over again instead of having an in-depth convo to try to evolve our depth on things in life when it comes to convo topics.
Is when you're in shape. She's just not. See, people don't understand that women are aroused by one thing and they're attracted by another thing. Women are attracted to, a guy that's confident, ambitious, makes money, etc. Of course, right? But they're aroused by guys that have asshole tendencies, dark triad traits, etc., and guys that are physically in shape. So if you want to get the best of your woman.
Okay, now explain what I just said earlier. If that's the truth, why is most women that got a baby daddy is a guy that's unfit, on drugs, smoke weed every day, alcoholic, maybe a deadbeat? Why is most women baby daddies are deadbeats? If that's the case. If that's the case, why most women baby daddies aren't fit? Let's talk about it. You're acting like nice guys don't get no play. You acting like nice guys don't get no play. You acting like nice guys don't get no poom. Why like you're acting like unfit people, fat people, so they don't get no play, but they out here with kids and everything. Clearly they smashing. Now, let me guess, you'll flip the script though. Well, it's them 3 or 4 chicks. It's the girls that's not 10 out of 10, bro. Come on now. I done had girls slide in my DMs before multiple times, and I would say I'm an average looking guy, okay? But I'm not fit. I'm not over here with the muscles like y'all in this video. But like, bro, I done had it thrown my way multiple times, bro. By girls that look amazing, okay? Like, it's just not true, bro. Attraction is just subjective, bro. Like, if you got good game, you can pull any chick, bro. You can pull any chick. You got good game. There are guys out here that have barely any money and stuff, and they over here smashed a 10 out of 10 chick before. Like, it's not that crazy, bro. It's not that crazy. I mean, look at Jay-Z and stuff. The man got money and ambition and stuff, and he got Beyonce, bro. Before he even made as much as he got now, he got Beyonce, bro. And that man ain't fit. Some people say that nigga ugly, but he still pulled Beyonce. Like, let's be honest here. Gucci man, before he lost the weight in jail. Like, come on now.
Cheat on you. You need to have it all.
You're saying that's true for all women?
A majority, a staggering majority of women.
There might be 1% of the world that there's something wrong with them that might think that, yeah, you're 600 pounds, it's so hot, I love that, but.
The hot girls that you actually want, they exercise their hypergamy to the highest degree, and they want guys that are fit and have their money together, have their life together.
You're looking at me like you want to say something.
Yeah, because the question was.
I done seen hot girls literally drop their panties over a guy that because they was funny. The guy may be an average looking guy, but because he was funny, the girl done drop her panties for him, bro. Like I don't. Girls like what they like, bro. I truly don't know what else to say here. This is crazy. Let Eric please give me a breath of fresh air here, please.
Are Jack men more attractive? We all walked over. Are we more attracted to Jack men?
Yeah. Well, I'm assuming they frame that because we're all guys here. They mean women.
Well, men can be attracted to men.
If I had
mean,
to
we're just
switch
saying.
teams, I'm going with the Jack guy.
Obviously, this is going to be like personal biases, but I think attraction is very fluid in the sense that
Facts.
I can 100% admit, like, there was probably 40 pounds of muscle ago is when most women would be like attracted to me. Of course, like fitness girls, they're totally okay with the size I am. But like probably most girls, I'm like too much for. So I guess like, where do we draw that line of like, I think, for example, like you would be much more attractive to most women.
Yeah.
Than
Exactly.
me. Would you agree with that?
I mean, that doesn't mean that like if you walked up to a girl and let's say you're not her, like you're a little bit more muscular than she would like. If you have the charm and charisma, she gonna still go with you, man.
Then that's it, nigga. That's anybody then. That's anybody then, nigga. Don't backpedal now. Don't backpedal now. That's anybody, nigga. If a guy that got a dad bod walking to a woman and got charm and charisma, she's going. It's called having game, bro. Having riz, bro. What are we talking about right now, bro? What are we talking about right now? Come on, man. He be having me in the first half that he lose it, bro.
Interesting point. Yeah. And no shade on you, but I think if you had Zach, right, you're on the end?
Yep.
If you put Zach and Greg and you put them next to each other and you did a poll, I think that most women would probably pick him.
Zach, exactly.
Because he's got the height and all that.
Exactly.
What would you guys say?
Eric, thank you. You're the man of reasoning and sound logic, bro. Because if you look at, he just said, dude with Zach over there in the goddamn shirt. The dude with the beard that was talking, the white guy with the beard that was talking earlier, right? If you look at him, he's super tall, and he's not super muscular, but he got the perfect dad bod size, whatever that most women go for, right? Most women would go for him compared to this fit nigga over here that's clearly short, that's like full of himself, that's saying all the wild comments about really they really think they more attractive than fit guys. He gonna pull more women than this guy over here that's fit and short, bro. I done seen multiple guys that are super fit, but they short, and women turned them down immediately. Fitness did not matter at all, bro. So like, if you did a poll right now, Zach over there would get more play than blue shirt fit dude right here, whatever his name is.
Say to that.
No.
No.
Well, we can put it to the test.
No.
I'm 48 years old. He's a lot younger than me. He's about a foot taller than me, but you can't compare. I'm an old man. I'm 48 years old.
That don't mean nothing. We all know women over here going for women going for men that's older than them. That don't mean nothing. Stop just capping to protect your ego, bro. They will go for that dude over there because he's more attractive than you. No homo. I just know how what type of men women go for, bro. When they go for the height, they go for a certain particular size when it comes to beefiness. And he got a beard, bro. Like, you're just capping, bro. You coping right now. You're coping right now. They give me a little bit heated, bro, but they coping right now, bro.
Obviously, height is a big component. So that
exactly.
It's not you're comparing apples to oranges. But if you take the same guy, same height, etc., but one guy is fat, one guy's in good shape, she's always gonna go with the guy that's in better shape.
Because I've been so surprised to see on Instagram, they'll be like,
no, they gonna go both. They gonna go both. It's not gonna be one-sided, bro. It's sometimes it made me think they don't get out the house, bro. And then this comes for someone that be online a lot. Then maybe they don't go out the house, bro. There's plenty of women that online. They literally go for the guy that got more meat on their bones plenty of times. You're gonna have both. It's literally 50-50. Like literally. In Myra's example, if you post that online, I promise you, it'll be a 50-50. I promise you it'll be a 50-50. I promise you. Shoot, look at you, Drake, for example. When Drake was skinny and stuff and they compared them niggas, most people did not choose Drake. Now Drake got more beef on him, some more mass on him. Most women are feeling Drake now. They may not be feeling him now, the Kendrick beef. But like attraction-wise, a lot of women is feeling Drake because he got a little bit beefier on him. Like no, just cap. It's copium. It's 50-50. It's not one-sided.
Like an outfit try on, like not in shape in the slightest bit. And all the comments are women like, I wish like men knew this is how we wish they looked, and like, oh, this is like the
Liars for
dream.
social
This is-
media.
Man. Liars for
To look
the
good,
one thing
for
about
clout.
you can never believe what women say, man. You
Correct.
You believe how they behave, not what they say.
That's a different episode.
That's all right.
What? If a woman is commenting under a guy's post, she gains no clout from that. She legit think that nigga look good. Like, again, do they not be seeing these women baby daddies and stuff? Do they not be seeing them? Like, these niggas be dad bods there. Do they not be seeing these women baby daddies? Like I'm confused here. I am so confused here. That's like straight up evidence. Most of these women baby daddies have a dad bod. Like, huh? Like what? I gotta hear this one, bro. I this one's
disagree
crazy.
mostly just with the blanket statement because
Exactly.
attraction is so subjective.
Exactly.
I am a big and tall model by trade. That's what I do. I model clothing brands.
He's a model!
I've modeled with major fashion houses. I've been on the covers of magazines. You mentioned before dad bod comments and whatnot on social media. I was flabbergasted when I started how many people were commenting and DMing me and talking about how attractive I was. That it just kind of...
What was I just saying? And I bet you Mario not finna be like, that's not true. They lying to you. Women don't know what they want. He finna be like, women don't know what they want. They don't know what they want. They sliding in his DMs, bro. They know what they want. Bro. I done had women slide in my DMs before, bro. Like, bro. When you look good, women gonna slide in your DMs, bro. It's rare. You gotta look good for a woman to slide in your DMs. You finna say these women lying? When you look good, women slide in your DMs, bro. They slide in your DMs. But I know they finna neglect this mug. Just because they want to protect their egos as fit people, they finna neglect this mug. Eric's the only one that was actually like telling the truth. Like, bro, this finna be so cap, bro.
I don't know, showed me that attraction is a lot more subjective than I
It
thought.
is.
And people have a much wider range of what they find attractive than specifically body type.
Cause there's women out there that like both bods. They like a fit nigga and they like the dad bod. They like both. I literally had an ex that told me, don't lose any more weight, because I was losing some weight while I was with her working out and stuff. She said, don't lose no more weight, because I don't like skinny niggas. I want my man to have some mass, some meat on him. Like, bro, I don't know what to say, bro. I don't know what else to say, bro.
Is being jacked the most important trait for being attractive?
No.
I'd argue for guys, it'd probably be otherwise, right? I think height would be a very
The number one. Money, high status. Exactly.
The number one thing is status.
Fit is not there.
Also go after what they think they can get. So if this guy is 6'5" and extremely attractive, and it's like, well, I can't get that guy. I'm attracted to the 10 on 10 supermodel, but I'm not going to get her, so I'll be happy with the 9.9 on 10.
Man said
Are we
9.9.
speaking about women being attracted to men?
It's not just about women. It's just about attraction.
Mario, why are you so nigga? Why are you so fixated on? We just talking about men attracted to women? Yes, nigga. Whatever you're attracted to. Like, why we gotta stake this, nigga? Whatever you're attracted to. Like, huh? It's kind of sus. I ain't gonna lie, it's kind of sus, bro.
What is the most attractive, in your opinion,
Okay.
physique for a man?
Okay, I'm speaking from like what women find attractive.
Okay!
When I speak, that's what I'm talking about.
I'm
Anybody?
sexually fluid. So my law of attraction does not adhere to anyone's standards, pretty much. I'm attracted to people in general. So you could be jacked, you could be more plus size, you could be skinny, you could be whatever it is that
It's
you
not
are.
always just
If I'm
one or
attracted
the
to you,
other.
I'm attracted to you.
What are the traits?
It's not black and white. It can be both.
I think the way that you carry yourself is a really big thing for me. I can't date someone who lacks confidence because I feel like that seeps into other aspects of your life.
And remember, because I heard this plenty of times. From women. They love a guy with confidence. They love when I show off confidence. They be like, yeah, you got that confident energy. You know, they say a different word. I ain't gonna say it because this one we do. You got that big energy. But you know, women love confidence. And what was that statistic that we just read up, bro? Women, 78% of women that did that survey said the guys with dad bods was exuding the most confidence. Nigga, like they pulling it, bro. Like I don't know, like bro. Shoot, AMP AMP, for example, beside Duke Dennis, on AMP, bro, all in the comment section, you see girls fanning out for Agent and Phantom. Agent and Phantom. Kai, not so much because he's short, but you know how that go, bro. But Phantom and Agent, fanning out for them, and they is not fit. They are not fit and skinny, but all you see, women fanning out for them. It's crazy.
Jumping on the confidence thing?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So growing up, wasn't too confident in myself, and I gained that confidence when I started losing weight. And I noticed it was me putting myself in positions to get more opportunities with women. Right now, I'm single right now, but I'm doing okay. But the confidence came from me losing weight. So I do agree that it's a subjective kind of standpoint, but socially, I understand that physically fit men, that's just like what everyone's liking. It's like
I don't think it's as subjective as guys are trying to say. Attraction isn't a choice, and there are hardwired traits that women look for in men. And what I've come
Attraction isn't a choice. Yes, it is. You got women that go for emo guys. You got women that goes for fat guys. You got women that go for fit guys. You got women that go for hood niggas. You got women that go for the nerd. You got women that go for the anime fan. You got women that go for the gamers. You got women that goes for everything, bro. It's a choice. Attraction is a choice, and you can be attracted to multiple things. It's not just one thing. And he finna sit here and act like there's a law of attraction. I ain't talking about that law. He finna go into his own absolute fact. This is what women are into. When it's just not the case, bro. It's okay to be like, women are into a lot of different things, because they are, bro. And it's getting more and more fluent as women has way more of a voice to speak up. Is there certain traits that women like into? Like, yeah, like I noticed that there's a lot of women out there that like that aggressive-ish. Like, they like when a guy choke them or something. I ain't finna go there. But like, yeah, when you go to like kinks like that and stuff, then yeah, there's some stuff women are they kind of all agree on. But like, and that's why they go for the hood people, because they like that dangerous thing. They like the thrill. But like I said earlier about don't be a nice guy, don't be one-dimensional, guys. You know, that's all it is. Don't be one-dimensional. I know the video gonna be long, but it is what it is. But yeah. I already know he finna say something, bro. He finna say something that just
come to realize is that what women put out there is what they find attractive or politically correct things. Oh, he has a dad bod. He's nice. He's a good guy. The reality is that women don't respond well.
When the last time you've been on social media when a woman said, "I love a nice guy. I love a dad bod," and whatever the third option you said. When the last time y'all seen that? Be honest. When the last time y'all seen that? Whenever I'm on social media, women are straightforward about they want. I want a hood nigga. I want a nigga with a big dick. I want a threesome, some crap. Women are now hit their era. They not hiding what they like, bruh. They not hiding what they like. They being bold and upfront about what they like, bro. Bold and upfront. So I don't know what he talking about right now. I like every time I go on social media, Twitter, Facebook, don't matter which one I go on, women are bold about what they like. They'll post a whole freaking picture and say, "This is what I like." You're like, they'll tell a nigga, slide in my DMs right now. Some aggressive, they slide in your DMs. Like, I don't know what he's talking about right now. I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know what he yapping about.
And favorably to these men. There's a reason why nice guys finish last is a thing. It's because when you're too nice and you kind of bend to her will, etc., girls aren't aroused by that. Girls don't want to say what they're really aroused by.
Facts on that one.
Guys that are able to stand up to them. Guys that are able to tell them, well, that was a stupid comment, or hold them accountable for their stupidity when they do dumb things. This is what women find it.
Facts. I agree with that one. I agree with that. That's why I tell guys, tell my homies, I'm like, hey, you want to pull women? Don't put them on a pedestal. That's the first mistake you do. Treat women equal. Do not ever put a woman on a pedestal, ever, okay? Don't ever put anyone on a pedestal. It's not even just women. Anyone. Treat everyone as equal human beings. And I promise you, that's going to make you exude more confidence and set and keep healthy boundaries up to the point that you attract women because women respect you more, that you just you. You don't treat them special. You don't put them on a pedestal. Because everybody in life, not just women alone, everybody know when they got power over somebody. And the moment you exude that they got power over you and that you see them more than what they actually are, they're gonna abuse it. So never put someone on a pedestal over you, and never put someone beneath you. Always put someone on equal playing field as you, because we all human beings. And once you do that, you stop being nervous around your crush and whatnot, and you exude confidence because you're not putting them on a pedestal now. You're just being yourself. And if they like you, they like you. If they don't, you keep it pushing. And I always say, make a move on someone that's showing signs of being attracted to you. Don't be making moves on somebody that don't show attraction towards you the same back, you know. It's just gonna waste your time, you know. If you know someone's attracted to you, at least you know you're not wasting your time. The feeling is mutual. You try to make a move with somebody that's not even showing like they're attracted to you. Don't be keep trying to bark up the same tree. Go to a different tree, bruh. Go to a different tree, bruh.
Attracted because these are leadership traits.
Have any of those things happened to you though?
Well, I mean, I've talked to almost 3,000 women, and what I've come to realize from talking to all of them is that most of
those 3,000 women hate you. Just being honest. Matter of fact, let's scroll down this video real quick. Let's see how long it takes to find a comment of someone saying they're tired of Myron. Let's just take a look. Immediately, first comment, Myron does not want to find any middle ground. Another comment, Myron getting called small and F had me dead. Like, immediately found comments on Myron. Immediately. Myron's so straight, he can't even admit to whether or not he found himself attractive. Everybody loving Eric. I knew it. Yellow tank top dude proves, yep, that he's big. Okay. Eric, yep, okay. Myron in debate, he's forcing his worldview. Myron being on middle ground is hilarious. He had no interest in middle ground or conversation. Myron single-handedly ruined a video that could have been a decent conversation. Myron is a fool. Myron realized how goofy he comes off. Like immediately everybody sees him as lame, bro. Like, you saying all this, but most of the women you're making them dry, bro. You're making them dry, bro. And I truly think you be grifting. I truly think that Myron be saying wild stuff just to get the views for viral clips and whatnot. Cause ain't no way you saying this and thinking women liking you, bro. Most women you talk to like this, they end up hating you at the end of the interview.
the time, you know, and they're in a comment section of TikTok, like, you're so handsome, blah, blah, blah. Will they actually go on a date and have sex with that guy? Probably not. But they say
yes, and you want me to nod your head. Nigga, no. Y'all be stroking y'all egos. It's crazy. These women, he just said these women be in his DMs. We literally see these women baby daddies. They be having dad bods and everything. Yes, they smashing these niggas. Yes, they smashing these niggas. Like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about right now?
that because it's politically correct and women tend to not want to be
as long as you got game, it's good.
But what they're actually aroused by are two different things.
But they're married to those guys.
Yeah, that was kind of what I was
Most
getting to.
often they're married
I'm
to
married
and
to
marriage is a failed institution in the West, and this is why most men get divorced by.
That's not the point. That's not the point. That's not the point. Most of these women are married to dad bod guys. And we've seen the statistic. They literally said, 80, what was it, 80%? I think I said when I read that article. It's like 80% of women prefer to date guys with dad bods because they think they are better husbands than fit guys, because they think fit guys are more aggressive with their extra testosterone, and they kind of intimidated by them on doing some, anger issues. And we all know Myron got some anger issues. Like, but they just threw a fact at you. But these women are married to these dad bod guys and have kids with them. So clearly they're getting some play. They're getting some pug. They smashing these chicks. And you finna throw over here, marriage a failed institution. That's not the point. The point, they smashing these chicks. It don't matter if the marriage is successful or not. They smashing still. They got kids still.
Women is why they get
this is what I do right laugh. He's like, bro, the dude is dope.
Overwhelmingly initiated the divorce rates in America. 80% are initiated by women, because we sit here and we lie and we believe what women say they're actually attracted to. No, they're not attracted
let's
to
go back to attraction for a second, though, because I'm married.
Sure.
I have a child.
Cool.
I have a beautiful wife. I was this size the entire process through it.
Would you say that you're an average guy?
I would say that
You're
I'm
how
bigger
tall?
than
6
average.
Yeah,
foot
you're not an
5,
average guy.
and a model
You're not
for,
an average
for
guy.
being slightly
I
overweight.
wasn't a model when I started
But
dating
you are
my
a very
wife.
good-looking,
I was a
tall, big
bartender
guy
fucking
who's
doing
on
whatever.
magazine covers. So
Greg, you the same one that said, we can't do that. He ain't gonna pull more girls than me. Greg, you the same one that said, no, he won't pull more girls than me. And then backpedal and said, well, I'm older than him. And
million guys overweight, you're at
but
the
you're not
top.
an average guy.
But I
So
think
what
what
I'm
you're
saying-
missing is he just said that he wasn't any of those things.
He's not 5'6",
before
man, like
he
me.
met his
I
wife.
was-
Try being
I was-
5'6" and doing it.
No, I totally agree with you. Well, that's what I was gonna actually agree with Myron for a second. Believe it or not, we were talking about.
I know, right?
You
Believe it or
mentioned
not.
status, and then a lot of people other mentioned confidence. So you even put it in your own pecking order ahead of being jacked or being physically
status, for sure.
attractive. Wouldn't you say that matters more? Confidence, how you carry yourself, how you do it.
yeah. I mean,
the prompt was
that
simply,
matters
is
more.
it either you're
Oh, yeah.
jacked or
And
are you
I'm
fat?
not
What's
gonna
more
argue
attractive?
the fact that our society definitely finds jack guys more attractive. But I disagreed with the statement because it was a blanket statement that
Exactly.
I have found untrue in my own life.
Exactly. It is
all of
untrue.
you feel like you'd be more or less attractive, let's say 50 pounds lighter than you are, and
I guess what I would say is they got to define what they mean by fat. Because I think they probably assuming, oh, if you like 500, 600 pounds, then yeah. Most women ain't looking at that. But if we talking about like dad bods compared to like Jack Ben, it's 50-50 there. It's 50-50. It's not one-sided. Like, let Eric keep talking. Let's keep Eric talking, bro.
simply like just body fat.
I think so. I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something that I struggled with for a while is, in me losing weight, am I still going to be able to book the jobs that I book? Because I've built an entire brand off of my body. I mean, granted, like, cool as shit, like, you know, I did something that's all my own, like, I worked on that. But then I was also just like, if I lose this, are you still gonna want me to, like, do this campaign for you? Are you still gonna want me in your magazine? Are you still gonna wanna dress me? And then I had to, like, take a
I
step.
mean, based on what Myron said, he don't give a F. You right now, you look lazy and undisciplined. He don't care about the money you're making right now, working hard with that body you got, bro. Apparently Myron said, who gives a shit?
Back into,
Myron
like,
said,
well, what is it for me? Do I want to be skinny? No. Do I want to look like Greg? No. Do I want to look like Myron? No. But I know I want to look like me. I think talking about the law of attraction, you focus so heavy about what women would find attractive and the perspective of the woman. And I feel like, are you even attracted to yourself? When you look in that mirror, when you put your clothes on, are you like, damn, like I did that? Because when I got up this morning and I threw on my outfit, I was just like, yeah, I ate that.
Well, if you're going to talk about
That's why I like
being attractive,
confidence.
et cetera, typically people are speaking from a romantic sense, from a heterosexual standpoint of men and women. So that's why I answered the question, because it was very broad. That's what I mean. But of course, you need to be able to look at the mirror and respect the man that you see looking back at you. When you look back and you see the guy and you're in shape, et cetera, and you feel good about yourself, look good, feel good. A byproduct of that is that women just tend to find you more attractive. It all works together in tandem.
Are you happy with the way you look?
Of course, But I had to work to build this physique, and it took many years. I was an athlete in college, I was a Division I athlete. It took many years to be able to do this. So,
What'd you play?
I rowed in college, crew.
Oh, sweet.
Rowing, yeah.
I like rowing.
So I think when fat
I
people look
like
in the mirror and
rowing.
they say, "Oh, I like that,"
Dude,
that's
chill.
cope, man. No, you don't. They say that to try to bring themselves up, but the reality is, most of the time when you're fat, you look in the mirror, you're like, "Damn, I really let myself go."
Not every
But you're
fat
like, you know what?
person-
It's not that much of a priority, so fuck it.
Abe didn't get to answer the question going around.
Yeah, I was in the same boat as you.
that's
just 'cause
not, I don't know. My perspective is you gotta love your body in order to be willing to do work towards your body. You put work towards something you love. And if you hate your body, you're not going to put effort or consistency towards your body because you don't love your body. You don't care for it. So you ain't going to put time in it. That's why people that tend to be obese, sloppy and stuff because they don't love themselves. But people that love themselves, they look at their body and they be like, no, I care about myself. I care about my body. I need to get this in shape because I love my body. So I'm going to make sure my body is good. I need to treat my body right because I love myself. I don't believe in that philosophy of I hated how my body looked, so I put in the effort to make sure I loved it. No, you looked at your body and you knew you cared for your body, so you put in the work to get it skinnier and lose weight and be more healthier. You didn't do it because you hated yourself. You did it because you loved yourself and you was like, change needs to happen. That's just my perspective on that matter. I don't think anyone ever created their fit body or their fit, healthy lifestyle from hate. I think it was embroidered from love. You had love for yourself and you was like, I want more health for myself, so let me lose this weight and whatnot. But to say, you look in the mirror and say, and saying you lying, you don't like it the way you look. No, clearly you gotta like the way you look. If you're over here making yourself lose weight, that doesn't. I don't know. I guess that's subjective. I guess that's a different perspective. I guess. Cause I can see the other end of it too, but I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think in comments. I don't know.
I feel like I don't agree with the blanket statement. Personally, for myself as a gay man, I find myself attractive. I would say like I go for guys like you as well. And I feel like I get a lot of hits on those types of guys, and I'm pretty content with how I navigate my attraction, and I think it goes a lot to the status and their confidence. So, like we said, so.
All right, let's go to the next prompt.
I like
After
that dude.
4 years, radical empathy listen.
I like that dude. He's seen all positive.
Well,
Movement is problematic. Will the agreeers step
The
forward?
body positivity movement is problematic. Yes and no. Yes and no.
Well, I think where it becomes a problem is obviously you should be comfortable in your body, and if you genuinely love how you look, great, but you can't ignore your health. Being someone who's overweight, I've been fortunate enough not to have
answer right there.
extreme complications other than knee pain and stuff like that. But I know people that that are my size or bigger, and they have cholesterol problems, heart problems, diabetes. I have none of that. So the body positivity movement becomes a problem when you hide behind the shield of, oh, I should love my body, Great, but you have to be healthy too. You can't ignore your vitals. You gotta check yourself on the inside.
Yeah, I think the big thing is you have to separate the health implication with you just being confident, right? Like I'm all for people to feel confident in their own skin. I think body positivity movement has been beneficial for plus size people in that regard, right? Because let's say there's a plus size person who's too embarrassed to go to the gym because they feel like they're gonna be judged, whatever it is. But it's because of body positivity. They're like, oh, hey, I see other plus size people in the gym. Maybe I'm gonna give it a try. And all of a sudden they start going. They're like, oh man, I like this, right? And they keep it going. You can argue that without body positivity, maybe that day would have never happened for that person, right?
Exactly.
But I think the problematic part really comes down to people extrapolating body positivity, shaming a celebrity like, let's say, Adele for losing weight, right? That's where I would kind of draw the line there.
Or promoting Lizzo. Making fun of Adele for losing weight, but promoting Lizzo for being a fat ass. Unacceptable.
Facts.
Do we feel, are a lot of people doing that?
I think the thing around Lizzo is it's not just the weight, it's the lifestyle. You see her drinking all the time and partying and not sleeping. There's so
and eating
little
the wildest
to
food.
do with health. It's not just she's promoting loving yourself, which I think is great. She's promoting a lifestyle that is unhealthy, being very overweight, drinking, not sleeping. All of these things are not conducive to your health. So I think you conflate that, and sure, being body positive is important, loving yourself, loving the way you look. But if that's going to influence other people to make bad decisions about their body and their health, that's problematic.
Body positivity is disempowering people. It's making them think that they're healthy at any size, which they're not. And so as soon as you start telling people, hey, just love your body, like Lizzo will literally rub her belly and said, you're giving me all this power as she's eating a burger and she's promoting being obese. By doing this, you're just ruining it for people who actually should think, wait a minute, I can lose weight, I can go to the gym, I can eat less, I can do this.
Personally, my problem with body positivity isn't necessarily what it stands for, and I feel like there's a misconception because there are those people that they use it to justify fatness and just
justify bad habits.
I don't even want to say fatness. I want to make it very clear unhealthiness, because there's someone like me who I wouldn't say I'm necessarily part of the body positive community anymore. Personally, I would say I champion body diversity because it's all encompassing. It's inclusive of what everybody, is doing within their journey. When I expressed the desire to lose weight, another plus size individual that I used to be friends with was just like, well, I don't feel like I can share your content because I'm not sure how my followers are gonna perceive this. I think it might be triggering for them and stuff like that. And my response to it was, well, if you're championing body positivity, then what I'm doing should not be a problem, because the entire time that I've been advocating for people that look like me, or people who have been othered in any capacity in general, is that all bodies are good bodies. What we do with our body is what matters. And so body diversity is important to me, because for a guy like you, or a guy like the two of you, might suffer from body dysmorphia. And that's a very real thing. You might not see yourself for what you really are. And so you're seeking unhealthy habits to achieve a goal. To get where you want to go, like you just got to give it time. Be healthy in it, in all aspects, like mentally, physically.
He's spinning right now.
You've got to find the right avenue to do what it is that you need to do for yourself.
The body positivity movement is a huge psyop to keep us fatter and stupider. It's all a scam. The reality is that Big Pharma wants money, and they understand that when you're fat, you have more health problems. They understand that you're going to need insulin, you're going to need medication, etc. And they make a bunch of money on us being sick. There is no incentive to actually have you be healthy. So let's go ahead and make our people fat as hell, get them in the hospitals, get them on medication, continue to make money, etc. It's all a big psyop.
So you believe it's all intentional?
Yes. We promote mediocrity.
I feel like it's a subset. Yes,
It's
I'm
both
sitting here
sides.
because I do think that there is
Industry
a part
gonna
of it
use it for
that is
money.
problematic. But I think
then
that
you got people that
the
ask- you gotta ask
problematic
people that's
part of
using it
is a
for-
subset of people.
Exactly.
That use it as a
Love
tool
yourself.
to weaponize whatever it is that they're doing.
I think the whole movement is a problem. The body positivity.
'Cause that's
movement
like
in
that's
general
like
is a
that's
problem.
like LGBTQ plus. Like the movement came out for gay people and stuff to have a place to speak, hear their voice, you know, et cetera, a place of welcoming. But then you had industries, big companies that abused it to make money off of it and throw it in every TV show to appeal to their mass, whether it fitted the narrative of the story or not. They did it on purpose to get more money from them, just like they did for us black people when it first started. When we had Black Lives Matter and stuff, it was like, yeah, this is a great movement because Black Lives Matter. But then companies start abusing it to make money off of it and start throwing black people in shows and stuff just to say, we got a black person here, guys, come watch our show. Like, yeah, you're gonna have companies and industries and stuff abuse it to make more money, but that doesn't belittle the whole movement itself. The movement started from the actual community of the people that cared about the importance of body positivity or Black Lives Matter or LGBTQ plus. Like, you can't just throw it in one box of like, yes, evil corporations just using it to make money. Like, no, you got the bad seeds and you got the good seeds. You can't just toss it in one barrel and say it's just all the same.
All of it.
So you shouldn't feel positive even about your own, like for you, for instance,
Well,
right?
I
You're
think,
not positive
if
about
you
your
haven't
body?
earned, here's the thing, being happy and content with yourself, it's not given, it's earned. You have to go out there, work, and then you're gonna feel that satisfaction, like, I earned that, that feels
So
good.
at what point do you earn it though?
When you can look back in the mirror and actually, genuinely, not coping, respect the man that you see before you. And the reality is, people are gonna realize that you're gonna need to achieve a certain physique, because you have all these fat people, I love my body. No, you don't. It's a lie, dude. You're just coping, you're lying to yourself. And now all these people on Instagram and TikTok with the body positivity movement are lying to themselves. They're not happy where they wanna be. They just accept that because they're too lazy to make a change.
No, but
This goes back to what I said. I believe you gotta love your body in order to actually make a change to your body. You take care of what you love. So I don't truly believe you can be fit or become fit unless you love your body enough to be like, I need to make a change in order to get healthy. So I don't believe that. I feel like you have to love your body before you even start making a difference. So I don't think it's copium or a lie. I think you gotta love yourself to be willing to make a change.
genuinely do love my body.
Right now as you are?
Yeah.
Then why are you going to the
And
gym?
I'll explain to you.
Then why are you going to the gym?
I will explain it to you. I love everything that my body is capable of doing. I love the fact that at my size, I can do a lot of things that other people smaller than me still cannot do.
But you want to lose weight though.
And yeah, right.
Which is good.
I want to lose weight because I love my body, but I have one
Exactly.
body. Why would I not love it?
Exactly.
And because I love my
But you
body
understand
is
that your
why
body
I'm
now needs to be
looking to
changed.
make changes.
Yeah,
right.
make changes.
But to say that loving your body is BS, no. You make changes. You make healthy changes to yourself because you love yourself.
Exactly.
All of that
Tell me
time
you
that I'm
spitting.
putting in,
You spitting right
the
now.
work, the money that I'm
I
spending.
thought I was hoping
that's
I
a
was
labor
explaining
of
it
love
right. He explained
because
it better.
I love myself enough to know that I want to make some changes to live a better lifestyle in the sense of I can just do a little bit more.
All right, let's bring in our disagreeers.
So it's not a single problem.
Oh no, I'm not saying there's not a single problem. To me, body positivity is more about bodily autonomy. Like you were mentioning wanting to lose weight. My whole thing is like, yeah, it's your body, do whatever you want with it. I don't think I, as a human being, have a right to tell any of you what to do with your bodies.
Thanks.
Body positivity kind of comes in and go, okay, you as a human being have inherent value. Just in the fact that you are a conscious soul on this planet, you have an inherent value.
Thanks.
You are within a vessel of your body that you do have control over, but at the same time, you're not less valuable to society or from the standpoint of the soul for what your body looks like.
Thanks.
When I'm speaking about body positivity, I'm talking about the over acceptance and encouragement of being obese.
So I personally, again, I'm not super online, have not seen anybody pro-obesity ever.
Lizzo.
Oh, there's a bunch, dude.
She loves herself.
I don't
Avocado,
think that it's
avocado.
pro-obesity.
No, there's a
They
big
are
difference.
actively promoting obesity.
She's not telling anyone to get fat.
True. I don't think I ever heard Lizzo say, get fat. I know Lizzo say, love yourself because you're special, but I don't think Lizzo ever, like, for verbatim say it out her mouth, get fat. I don't think I ever heard her say that. And he brought up Nico Avocado, the dude that be just eating like crazy with his mukbangs on YouTube and stuff. I don't think he crazy. I don't know. I don't watch these videos. But I don't think he ever told people, get fat. His platform is him being fat because that's how he make his money. But I don't think he ever told his audience, hey, y'all need to get fat. No, he just eats on the camera. He never tells his audience to get fat. So yeah, like he said, I don't think I ever seen him online say, get fat, be obese. I never think I ever seen that. I think people just see fat people doing that as influencers and they just think, oh, they making it seem like it's okay to be fat. Like, no, they're just saying body positivity, but they're not saying get fat. They're saying love yourself.
She's showing you exactly how to do it and saying, look at my body as I love and rub it. It's giving me life. And she's like joking around. And
also, I want to clarify. See, here's the thing. There's a bunch of fat influencers that push this body positivity situation, and a bunch of them are dead now. No one talks about that. That didn't hit mainstream news.
So I'm in that space.
Yeah.
Which influencers are you talking about? Because I'm unaware.
I don't recall their names, but there's a couple of them that passed away. They're YouTubers.
Bro, if you gonna bring up some influencers that died from being fat, you better have the names on you, bro. You better have the names on. I'm not even good with names. But I would have made sure I had some goddamn names on me. Like, bro, you can't just be saying that, bro.
They used to do these mukbangs where they'd eat a bunch of food on
Hey,
camera.
Mukbang
that's
is
totally
okay,
different.
but that's a
They're not
mukbang
a
is
part
a
of our
different thing.
community. That's
Yeah.
a completely different thing. We're not saying we're gonna go to a restaurant and pig out just because it's entertaining or anything like that.
Right.
There are people that they're called gainers, that their whole lifestyle, their fetish and things like that revolves around gaining weight.
Yeah, and I understand that you're saying that that's not a component to the body positivity movement, but you got to understand for the general masses, they're watching that, they're going to attribute it to that. They're not in the niche, they're not a creator, so they're not looking at it like, no, this person's just a gluttonous person. No, they look at everyone who's obese that's making content about being obese and continuing that lifestyle as a part of the body positivity
But they're not
movement.
making content about being obese, they're making content about overeating.
Yes, and they
Exactly. They make content about overeating. I had fast forward on accident. Not once have I looked at a mukbang video, and I don't even like watching mukbang videos. Disgusting to me. Ugh. Do not like the SMR crap. But not eating. Do something else with ASMR, you may got me. But not once have I watched a mukbang video and seen them eating a lot of food, and I was like, ooh, I want to do the same thing. I'm finna just go splurge out and just eat so much food. I'm finna get fat. Like, no, I don't think anyone ever watched a mukbang video and say, I want to get fat. Most people that watch freaking Nick Avocado, they looking at him, they be like, bro, I don't want to be fat at all. This nigga crazy, bro. I don't want to never get to that size like him. Even the, what is it? My 500,000 pound life, whatever, that's that reality TV show. People look at that show and be like, bro, I don't know how people get that big. I don't want to ever get that big. They look so sad. Like, I don't think there's anyone that ever looked at a big person and was like, oh yeah, they influenced me to get big. So they reaching right now. They reaching hard right now.
It's also an eating disorder.
Yeah, and they also encourage being fat as well.
Do you think just being in a fat body and being in the public space encourages obesity, just flat out?
Yes.
So
Nigga,
just
how?
us existing we're saying,
Yes.
yay, everyone go gain weight.
What?
It absolutely
just as bad as
impacts other people
Myron.
to think. Well, think of it. You're
I've
6'6",
never
good looking,
looked
you're
at- I know,
modeling.
but I've
It's going to
never
encourage
looked at-
other people to, well, hey, look at him. He's
be
got
So
lots
then
of...
what about when I
I've
go
never
to the
looked at
gym? When I step into the gym, or when Zach steps into the gym, or when any of us step into the gym, are we promoting being bigger like that too? Are we going there, and is our presence there unwanted?
By being famous, rich, popular, and being obese, you're indirectly promoting it in the same way that people who take steroids and are
What?
350 pounds a month.
What? So just they present, just because they're big, is making other people say, I'm okay with you being big too. Do you know how stupid that sounds? What? What? Bro, if you hate fat people, just say that. I'm not trying to pull that card, but that's just what it sounds like. You say you're disgusted by them, the way you acting when you see Lizzo, talk about Lizzo, and he said I can't help. That's how I feel when I look at them. And now you saying this, you indirectly influencing others to be fat because of your presence. What?
Muscle winning Mr. Olympia are indirectly promoting it, even if they don't say they're taking it.
But I'm speaking more specifically in the
Exactly,
gym,
that's your perception.
in that space where people should be coming together to work on their bodies and stuff like that. If you saw us in the gym,
I would be happy and proud and excited, and my whole channel is about helping people who are overweight to lose weight and have realistic expectations. I would never say you have to look like this, you need abs. It's just, let's go halfway there. That's my entire channel, of which I have over 2 million followers. It's all about realistic goals of helping people who are overweight to lose weight. That is what my channel is all about.
but we're in public, and you made the statement that if we step out in public, that it would encourage people to live an unhealthy lifestyle.
The more friends you
and be
have who are
obese.
overweight, the more likely you're going to be overweight. It just happens to happen. I'm just telling you the truth. I'm not going to pretend it doesn't. If 90% of the world were overweight, more people would be encouraged to be overweight.
If I have overweight friends, there's a high chance that I'll be overweight. It's possible, but that's not proven. That's not proven. Yeah, I do agree with you become what you are around your circle. But cause I got a couple fat friends. And not once I was like, yeah, I'm finna become fat too. They can't change the way I eat. I done ate around my friends, some of them are fat, and they eat super fast compared to me. And they be like, damn, you still eating? Yeah, nigga, I'm still eating. I'm finna take my time. That's just me. I never, just because I hang out with them, that never made me fat. That just doesn't, like, okay, that's a weird take a little bit.
As just on this side, I don't
Marvin
think any
loving
of
that.
us have ever looked at a person heavier than ourselves and gone, I want to be that.
Exactly!
That's a good thing to be. No, we have the same internalized biases as everybody else does.
Exactly.
He was bringing up the gym before, and you said by existing just in a fat body, we are promoting it. Yes. I model, and when I do model fitness wear, which I do often, I get so many comments about like, oh, you are promoting obesity. I'm wearing fitness wear. I'm in the gym. I'm doing the thing you want me to do, and I'm still promoting obesity?
If you're
Don't make no
exercising and
sense.
you're trying to lose weight, then you're promoting people who are overweight to try to lose weight. That's great. But if you're Lizzo and rubbing your
I'm
belly,
promoting, I mean, I don't know shit about Lizzo.
You're
Specifically
so
about
obsessed with Lizzo. Oh my
influencers that promote gluttonous, lethargic lifestyles, which a bunch of them do. That's what we're talking about. If you're in the gym and you're fat and you're getting after and you're documenting that, that's fantastic.
But the prompt was body positivity, and you're talking about influencers who promote gluttonous lifestyles,
Yes.
and that again is not body positivity.
So that's why
The general masses don't have that distinction, though.
I do think we have a good read, though, on how each individual sees the body positivity movement. All right, the next prompt is, I am satisfied with my sex life. Agreeers, step forward.
You gotta go to Patreon for that one. They often sit down and say yes. So like,
I have abused my body.
clearly,
So the agreeers, step forward.
clearly, that question they asked earlier about who's more attractive, clearly the fat people are still getting some. They still smashing these chicks. So everything the fit people just said, quote unquote, Myron and this Greg guy said, was debunked. Because they clearly still getting play. They clearly still getting play. This dude was married, got a kid and everything. They clearly still getting play. So like, huh? Man, clearly someone think they attractive, basically.
I'll start by saying I've abused my body many times. Being a bodybuilder, a professional bodybuilder, I've abused steroids, did that for over 10 years. I don't think you can get to the level that you have to get to be a professional bodybuilder while being natural. And so absolutely, and I would say that somebody trying to abuse steroids to get that muscle, to get that look is just as unhealthy as somebody who's obese. So I don't try to be a hypocrite. I say I've done these poor choices. I'm 48 now, I don't do steroids anymore. And so I recognize that what I did in the past was bad, probably took years off my life. And so I would say to people who are overweight, why don't you do the same thing? And if you're not, then do you really care about your health? Because if you do, you would stop doing the things that are leading to being morbidly obese.
But then to your own argument, you spent 10 years doing something you knew was inherently unhealthy.
Correct.
But then you're gonna turn around and tell people that they should just wake up.
But yes, exactly. Like people should have told
Eric, this is why you the GOAT right now in this middle ground. This is why you the GOAT. It flew past me. Yeah, how was you right here judging these fat people? Okay, I don't even like saying fat, well-fed. How are you over here judging these well-fed people and telling them, get off their ass, you need to lose some weight. How can you be big? I'm disgusted by you. What are you doing? You're lazy, need discipline, agreeing with Myron, you need to start working out. How you gonna tell them immediately do it? And like, it took you 10 years to finally wake up and get off steroids. How can you tell them to immediately get off their butt? I know you're trying to use yourself as a living example. I've been through it. That's what I'm trying to tell them. They need to hurry up and get to it. But like, show some empathy. It took you 10 years to wake up. Give them some type of leisure, some type of understanding, some type of compassion to get to it. Show some positive reinforcement instead of shaming them and trying to bully them and saying you're disgusted by them. Show some type of empathy or compassion. Like what?
Told me, Greg, why do you keep doing this to yourself? You do not recognize what's going to happen, and if we call it shaming, why are you abusing steroids, Greg? Think of it. Think of the years you're taking off your life. Maybe I would have waited.
But the power was in your own awakening, right? The power right there was in your own awakening to realize within yourself that you were doing something negative, and then you made the change for it, right? And that change is now consistent. That change is now something that...
Exactly. You can't tell someone to change unless they want to change themselves, okay? You can't expect someone to better themselves if they don't want to better themselves. So even as he's saying, if someone shamed him, he would have got off the steroids sooner. I doubt it. He wouldn't have got off them steroids until he felt shameful on being on steroids, and then he would have got off of it. It didn't matter if someone shamed him or not. It would have made him a little bit depressed that niggas was shaming him. But he would have still did it for his bodybuilding stuff. He would have still did it. For the clout and stuff, he would have still did it. So I'm assuming everybody here is like content creators or whatever. He would have still did it for the clout.
You can give a testimony about and help other people change their ways or persuade people to just not do it at all, right?
But building on what you said, what was the moment, where the perspective shifted?
Well, I got old enough and realized I can't get any better at this. I can keep taking more and more drugs and try to sustain this, but I said, it's not worth it anymore. So I had to completely change my mind around what I was doing, which was being judged on my appearance. And remember, I make money on how I look, and so that's going to have a huge impact on me. And I had to say,
What I just say, he was making money off the way he looked. So even if a nigga shamed him, he was not gonna stop, bro. He's capping. He was not gonna stop if someone shamed him. He was gonna keep going for the money and the fame, bro. That's just what it is. He's lying right now.
I need to get my dopamine, my self-worth from something else. So I quit doing all the bodybuilding competitions, and I said, I'm going to start riding bikes. I'm going to learn Spanish. I'm going to do something else where I can feel good about myself. And it's hard. Like, look at this guy, 300 pounds of muscle. 20 years from now, is he going to want to still be this size? He might look back and say, I maybe regret certain things. And I think if somebody's overweight, they're going to think the same things. Like if you're 400, 500, 600 pounds, you're going to think, is it worth doing this? Is it worth eating all the time? It's tough.
I think this is the first actual middle ground I think we're finding, which is really great because it's true. I mean, I've done I've been harmful to myself on both sides of the spectrum. There are times I was taking, 20 to 30 diet pills and laxatives a day, eating less than 400 calories a day, working out nonstop. And then there's the other times where I was eating way too much, smoking way too much, drinking way too much, and abusing my body in the other way. I think we all come to the realization of what we're doing is harmful in different ways at different times. Like, it took you 10 years to realize that was harmful. My thing is, sometimes it takes people who might be overweight or, at that high tier, that 500-600 pounds, to realize that it's harmful for them. And maybe in their life, they don't feel like it's harmful. And they are happy. There are people, believe it or not, legitimately happy in certain sizes and
Ignorance
shapes.
is bliss. Like, I
Yeah,
was happy at the moment. I
But
felt
why
like
is
it
their
was.
bliss an
Ignorance
issue?
is bliss, but you could die before you wake up. You
But
could
you could have
die
done the
before
same
that
thing
happens.
taking steroids. That's
Exactly.
my
I
whole
could
thing.
have died doing
Yeah.
what I did, and so is it not my responsibility to tell people, don't copy me, and so it did not be somebody who's,
And I don't think there's
500
anything wrong
pounds
with
to
that.
do the same thing.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Even when you said before, you're like, well, I wish someone had shamed me, saying, what are you going to do? You're going to kill yourself. That's not shaming to me. To me, that is compassionate and looking out for somebody. It's when you take it to the other level where you start insulting them, degrading them, making them feel like shit.
And then we insult each other and shame each other. But
Don't
it's
try to
as
say
a
this,
friend.
man.
Like, this is what guys and girls don't do. They all
No.
suck up to each other.
No.
You're all tense. Guys are like, look at your gut, look at your
No, guys do tough love. We do not do shame. That is cap. This is what I mean by trying to protect their egos and something. Just say they in the wrong. Guys do tough love. We do not do shame, bro. That's what we call toxic masculinity. We do not do shame, bro. I remember growing up, and when I used to be super scrawny, but then I started gaining weight. I started gaining mass on my body, and before my height kicked in, it always just jumped up in the same spot. And then when I got taller, I started stretching out, started slimming more. But when I was growing up, I was gaining weight. I wasn't getting like, fat, but I was chubby. And my father used to throw shame at me. And that shame didn't make me say, okay, I need to work out. I need to lose this. Yeah, this is what men do, man. That shame made me not like myself. That shame made me want to hide my body. I didn't want to take my shirt off. I didn't want, sometimes I'll try to wear oversized shirts and stuff so people can see my body. I'll try to lean forward some so my stomach ain't, being tight on my body and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was doing things because I was shameful of how I looked because of my dad throwing shame at me. To the point one time, I went off on my dad when we went on a family trip one time because one time he threw shame at me. I couldn't button, I was having a great conversation with my brothers, laughing, so everybody enjoying themselves. And my father got mad that I couldn't buckle my belt on my pants. And it wasn't because I was fat. It was because literally the buckle on my pants was broke. And I told him I can't fasten it tighter because the buckle on my belt is broke. And he didn't want to hear that answer. So then he started throwing shame at me again, which made me blow up. And I went off on him and I left and I was ready to walk home. I didn't know where I was at. Okay, I didn't know where I was at. I was in a hotel doing this little family event, whatever. I didn't know where I was at, but I was going somewhere. Anywhere but there. You know how it is. When you get mad, you just walk out. You don't know where you finna go, but you just going somewhere. I was going somewhere, bro. I didn't know where I was going, but I was going somewhere. And that's what shame tactic led to. And then my father did the same thing to my other brother, which made him depressed and whatnot. So like, shame do not work, bro. Tough love can work. It shows compassion and empathy towards that person, showing that you're gonna help them, support them. But shame do not work. Shame never worked, bro. Shame never worked. There's some people, they take their haters and make it their motivators, but not when it comes to somebody you know. Okay, when it's somebody you know that you got a close bond with, that shame don't help. That shame don't help. And then when you getting bullied by people you don't know and they throwing shame at you, some people change them haters to their motivators, and then some people, they fall into depression, start doing self-harm to themselves and stuff. Like, shame is not the way to go. Support and showing love, compassion to a person works. That's what really works.
belly fat.
saying what girls do.
I know, that's what no, it's important to
I'm telling you what they do.
The
It's
masculine
fact.
from the feminine, because it's guys talking here, and I think it's important to distinguish when something is feminine to say, well, we don't adhere to that over here.
Yeah, but there's been no shortage of generalizations on women in this episode so far, and I'm really, really curious about your answer to this prompt
Exactly, what
regarding
you
like,
personally
self-abuse,
think.
like bodily abuse.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a lifetime natural. I've never taken a drug before in my life. However, I was an athlete in college, and obviously when you're a Division I athlete, you're training 2 to 3 times a day. It was very, very intensive. I would train through injuries, which wasn't intelligent, but at the end of the day, I looked at it like, hey, we got to win. We got, some teams to beat this season, so it built a...
I just want to touch on this too, on they trying to say you got to distinguish two feminine and masculine. This situation ain't about feminine and masculine. This is just basic human decency on how humans go. No matter how you look at it, men have emotions too. We're not just null and void to emotion. Yeah, we're not as emotional as women, but we still have emotions. We just don't tap into it because we don't have no outlet to tap our emotions out, to talk to people. That's why we do men mentoring and have, guy circles and brotherhoods and whatnot of guys to talk to, close friends, brothers and stuff to us, because that gives us the opportunity and outlet to talk about our emotions and what we're going through in life, knowing that we won't be judged and have respect towards each other. So trying to use the lame excuse, talking about this how men communicate with each other, we shame each other. No, the hell we don't. That's just toxic masculinity. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What guy friends y'all have that shaming y'all as that's how guys get along? No, nigga. What are you talking about? I wish one of my friends would say they showing shame in me in order to be friends with me. Like, nigga, no, you're not my friend. Get out my circle. What are you talking about?
As an athlete, you're training 2 to 3 times a day. It was very, very intensive. I would train through injuries, which wasn't intelligent.
If you believe that's how men get along with each other, bro, you're part of the problem. And that's what I mean by them saying these things they consider, these opinions they consider facts and calling it absolute. And it's like, you're part of the problem. We need to be changing this and adding a more healthy atmosphere for growing boys and make some real grown men that understands how to have a balance between their masculine side and feminine side. And I don't mean feminine side as in like doing feminine stuff, but feminine side as in like knowing how to, on the spiritual side, like knowing how to get in touch with their creativity, knowing how to control their emotions instead of being reckless and getting aggressive and popping off and stuff, not being insecure, how to be more confident in themselves, how to show respect towards each other, knowing how to show tough love and have discipline and stuff. None of this shaming each other. Like, no. If we don't like when women shame guys without having a logical reason, why would we like guys shaming other guys? We got to stick together. This is a brotherhood. Like, that don't even make sense.
The day I looked at
We're
it
going
like,
to be empowering
hey,
each other. Empowering each other, men.
Some teams to beat this season, so it built a mental fortitude. I think abuse is good to a degree if you're able to overcome it and learn something from it.
I'm sorry, guys. I know I'm pausing a lot, but it's like I grew up in men mentoring, and that's not what men do, bro. Men support each other, stick together, and empower each other, embrace each other, because we know we have the same struggles in life and how hard it is to have an outlet to express ourselves in this society. So to try to like not like better society, you just going with the narrative and hammering down on the toxicity is just crazy to me.
I broke the world record
for someone that spews like he's trying to help, trying to help men, to say that is just crazy. Both of them, Greg and freaking Myron, to be saying that and you're supposed to be helping men is baffling.
in the bench press, and now I can't bench press anymore. And it was my favorite lift. I've had hip operations. I have both elbows reconstructed. I trained too hard. I couldn't stop myself. All that pressure, desire, whether it was installed by myself or from others, to try to fit in, to be socially accepted. And I was addicted. I was bench pressing with shoulder pain. I should have stopped. I couldn't. And so, I set the record and it's done. I can't even lift anymore. I don't squat, bench, or deadlift, because look at Ronnie Coleman. You guys know Ronnie Coleman? He's in a wheelchair. He can hardly walk. He's in pain medications.
See, and it's just a good example of why the fit people, I'm not even going to say people, why Myron and Greg on the fit side is judging the fat people so much. Because on Greg's point of view, you're just as bad as the fat people. You damaged your body with steroids and to the point that you can't even do certain exercise and stuff no more because you was on that steroids. You're just as unhealthy as the fat people. Yeah, you're skinny, but you did irreparable damage to your body now that you can't recover from. They just gotta lose weight and they good. You get what I'm saying? Like when you got your own abuse that you did to your body that wasn't smart, you should have more empathy and compassion towards other people instead of coming off as shameful and stuff. It's
And imagine putting your body through all that torture, and then you get in your 60 and now you can't do anything.
So one question I have for you then is, knowing what you did obviously has allowed you to create this platform to speak to these things, to talk about steroid abuse. You understand all the intricacies. Do you think that you would have been able to do that, let's say, if you'd kept your natural status throughout your whole career, you didn't break world records, you weren't an IFBB pro, you didn't have all of those accolades to stand on, do you think you would still be Greg Doucette and have all the following you do?
I do not think so. I think I'm one of those 1 in a million cases that was able to do what I do and actually got the...
Eric, I love you asking the real deep questions. So this man is just, and I ain't trying to disrespect him, but like I said, I've been a men mentoring, it's just a fact. That just shows insecurity, low confidence, basically, low self-esteem. You basically saying you felt like you wouldn't have been a complete man if you didn't make those accomplishments that you made using steroids. When I truly believe that if he wasn't on them steroids and he's just stayed natural, he still would have been one of the people that people would have came to on YouTube and stuff for his fitness and stuff. People still would have looked up to him. But he truly believed he's worth his accolades, that he has no value without them accolades he made. Even though it made irreparable damage to his body. He went as far as doing some irreparable damage to his body. He truly believed he had no value unless he accomplished something. Even when he retired from doing his little weightlifting and stuff, the man was like, I went to go learn Spanish and stuff because I just had to do something. I had to find something to make me feel like I have value. Like, bro, where's your self-love, bro? Why did you feel like you had to grasp onto accomplishments and people opinions of you and stuff? Why did you feel like you had to grab those things in life in order for you to feel some type of self-love and self-worth? Why you got these people that you're making fun of, these fat people that have self-love about themselves, that love themselves and stuff and put work to love themselves, you coming at them and shaming them when you had issues finding self-love within yourself and you so-called the perfect man with the fitness, the physical attraction that you say that they should be going after, but you seem like you went through a lot on trying to find and accept yourself. You get what I'm saying? Like, they talk big, but then they don't see these small flaws, and it's okay to not be perfect, but it's like acting like you're holier than thou is kind of crazy to me. Have some compassion, have some empathy, something.
Success that I got. But if I look back and I'm really honest with myself, I regret doing these things. I was natural world champion and I was breaking world records natural, so I had the records, but I wanted more. I wanted more glory. I wanted more people to say, you're cool, we like you. And so I ended up taking steroids. I did that because I wanted to fit in. I wanted to be sponsored. I wanted a pro card. I wanted to be famous. And it worked. At what cost, though? How healthy am I really?
Everything it is.
Exactly. He just said it himself.
I don't feel any ounce of like shaming you for it. I think everything that you said is really important to acknowledge.
Exactly. He said he regretted. So respect. He admitted he regretted and he took accountability. I respect that, Greg. I respect that. But what did you learn from that, from the self-reflect? You said you regret that and chasing after people's opinions and stuff. But now you being those exact same people that you was chasing after towards these fat people to try to make them feel validated from your opinion of them. While Tevin right here, he just said he respected you and your story. He don't feel no type of shame towards you. But you shaming them for how they look. While he's not shaming you for what you did. When he could easily say, I'm finna shame you for that steroids. You've been trying to grill us this whole video about being fat. So like, it's just crazy to me how one-sided it is, and it should have been like a middle ground right here. It should have definitely been a middle ground right here.
That and to know that and to then share that, right? But the difference is that like, had someone shamed you, I don't think that you'd feel the same way about it.
Exactly.
Instead, people poured life into you and told you like, hey, I don't think that this is right. I don't think that you should really keep doing this
Exactly.
because it's doing more
The
harm.
opposite happened. I was rewarded. When I started getting
Well,
popular on
okay.
social media, I was talking about my steroid cycles, I was talking about what I've done, and they're like, look at your muscles, look at your chest, and it was like, do you know how hard it was to stop? Because I was being rewarded with dopamine, with people saying nice things about me all the time, and for me to stop, I know that my views on social media go down. If I went on a steroid cycle right now, people are gonna fall, wow, Coach Greg, you're back, we miss the old Coach Greg. And so it's hard for me to be the 48-year-old old man that's still preaching fitness when they say, we love the old Coach Greg, the jacked muscle freak. And I have to fight the urges not to use steroids every single day. Because I know I would look better, I know I would feel better, but I'm like, it's not healthy, and so I have to say no.
I get
It's
what
very
you mean
tough.
about the dopamine reward thing, because for me, I have a similar
no one-
situation.
so no one
but
showed
kinda
him
in the
tough love.
opposite way.
No one showed him
Every
tough
time
love.
I start slimming down, I start getting the, what are you doing? Why are you losing weight? Because I am in that large guy space. So it's like, it's very funny how much on both sides, outward opinions just like really just make what we do
That's why you
hard.
gotta do what you gotta do.
I know
what's best
that
for you, man.
when I am doing more cardio and like I'm a big hiker and biker, and sometimes in the summer I'll slim down, but then all of a sudden I'll get a ton of comments from people just being like, we liked you heavier, we liked you this. I'll have clients that'll stop using me because I've gotten too small. And so you're kind of seeking that dopamine, that approval, also that career boost. You get stuck in this loop of doing things that you know aren't good for yourself.
I wanted to hear from you, just going back to the prompt, why you came forward.
Oh, I mean, I think obviously professional bodybuilding has its risks. Obviously, I try to mitigate them as much as possible. I work with a company that I'm doing blood work through, quarterly, every 3 months. I am very methodical with what I do, and I'm very on the mild side. You would be surprised, but I've been training for 20 plus years. I think that's the key for me.
20
I
plus
would
years.
say,
Dang.
like being this size, 100% not healthy. Is it unfortunate that I am very passionate about something that is bodybuilding? Yeah, it's kind of like I fell into it. I love it. It's hard for me.
See, and the reason why I got more respect for you, Eric, you even said the body you have is unhealthy. So I'm assuming he took steroids too. Even he said the body he have is unhealthy, and that's why he haven't been grilling these fat people, cause it's calling the kettle black. You can't call these fat people unhealthy when you know the body you have is unhealthy. It doesn't matter if it looks fit and appealing or not. It's still unhealthy. So I respect Eric understands my body unhealthy, so I'm not gonna be grilling these fat people and calling them unhealthy and shaming them, because we both unhealthy. I'm finna show compassion. I can help them lose weight and whatnot. And yeah, I'm finna show them some type of, positive reinforcement, tough love or something like that. But to just shame them was crazy.
For me, but I made a decision with my wife that at age 35, that's it, I'm done. Like, no more competitive bodybuilding. I have an understanding, but like Greg, I have the foresight to know like there has to be a limit to it, because if you just let it go, I would have to be probably 25 more pounds of muscle and like have to do things that I'm not willing to do in order to be like, let's say Mr. Olympia, right? So, because all the way through my 20s, I was closer to like 230 pounds, natural all the way until I was like 27 and a half. So hopefully I'll be okay going back to that size.
Do you use steroids currently?
I mean, I use...
I think
That's the biggest insult in the world right now.
No. I only ask because, again, we're on the topic of body abuse, right? So I'm only...
Tevin, that was kind of a redundant question. He literally said, me and my wife agreed, I got to stop at 35. And he said, I've been natural. He said, I was natural all the way till I was 27 and a half. So clearly he's on it right now. I'm assuming the man probably like 30, 31. I'm assuming.
Asking that in that realm because of what you said about it. I'm not asking that
No,
as
it's kind of like, it's just like
anything
when
like
you're
that.
jacked like that and you say, do you use steroids? It's like, you think you can look like this natural? Like, if I said, hey, are you on steroids? Look at that body. Like, if I said, you look like you're on steroids.
Yeah, people think you're on gear, it's a compliment.
If I said, obviously you're natural, it'd be like, what do you mean, obviously? There's no obvious
So
in
yes,
this.
I'm enhanced.
Okay. It's literally just like a question that I have, but it's also just like, well, what do you do as you're progressing in that to get to the points that you want? So that's where that question stems from. And I also really appreciate your candor for that.
Yeah, I mean, I think I will 100% say like some of the best shape of my life was natural in my 20s, like very lean, probably my healthiest. Like if anybody tells you they're like an IFBB professional bodybuilder, it's almost 99% of them are in some capacity enhanced. It might be very minimally, it might be through the roof, like you wouldn't even believe what they're taking, but it's there. It's part of the sport. It's unfortunate, but like that's the problem. That's one of the problems we talked about earlier with the fitness industry is like that's the expectation.
Let's bring our disagreeer in.
So basically, all bodybuilders.
Good job not abusing yourself.
Yeah, so I took abuse as like doing things that's negative for your health, and for me, I've always approached fitness from a health kind of lens, right? Like Myron, I'm 100% natural. I'm never gonna look like Eric, I'm never gonna look like Greg, but it's something I'm content with, right? For me, I'm kind of in for the long term. I wanna be able to do what I do when I'm 60, 70, 80, 100. Focusing more on the health aspect of it can be a good middle ground, because I feel like if you're looking from the outside in, sometimes can be like, dude, how am I gonna look like Eric? Like, how is this ever gonna happen, right? But you know, people have different goals, I would say, within fitness, and yeah.
I think it's important to also acknowledge that like there's abuse on both spectrums, right? Like you can be a fat ass on one end and say I'm gonna just continue to eat cheeseburgers and put on TikTok, and then
See, it's like he just be saying stuff rude for no reason, bro. Like your vocabulary could be way better. He could have just said it's good to see that there's abuse on both sides. You can be fat, but also going through like, you know, high blood pressure, cholesterol and whatnot. But then you can also be fit, but going through drug abuse and like messing up your body from doing strain on your too much strain on your body from working out and working out while injured. He could have just left it as that. But here you go. You can be a fat ass and eating cheeseburgers. Like, bro, like there's no reason for you to be saying it. There's no reason at all, bro.
And there's the other side where you can, you know, use performance-enhancing drugs and say, I'm going to step on stage. But I would make the argument that the person that is training, using PEDs, etc., I'd respect that individual more than the fat ass. And the reason why is because though it isn't healthy to be on performance-enhancing drugs, you're still pushing your body to a level that most can't, versus by just being fat, that doesn't take any skill or dedication. So
What if that person is doing something like, maybe they're into quantum physics, maybe they're changing.
Like, bro, you're just yapping. You're just yapping. Your point had nothing to the convo. This point right here had nothing to the convo. Myron just said that just to try to rage bait people. He literally just said it just to rage bait people. He had no reason saying that at all. Both are bad. Whether you enhancing your body to reach limits it's not supposed to reach, aka unhealthy, or you sitting back being fat and just eating a cheeseburger stuff, unhealthy. And both are unhealthy. There's no one is better. There's no least evil. They both unhealthy and they both take years off your life, bro. Like what are you yapping about right now?
In the way we view the world entirely. Are they not valuable because they're not shredded?
Well, again, we're talking about the purpose of, you know, abusing your body. Yeah. I'd have more respect for the bodybuilders, my point.
Yeah, well,
okay.
And I think society would in large as well, which is why bodybuilders that, you know, like a Ronnie Coleman, et cetera, though he is disabled now, et cetera, he's a legend and he's going to go down in history.
Yeah, but I actually thought that was a good question, you know, like what a great film director who's like very overweight and like just totally poured into their craft, you know, like is there respect for someone like that?
Well, that's great because he's able to do something exceptional, right? And he's able to diversify himself from the general masses, right? But will people know that when they meet him, that he's a famous director, unless he's very prominent? But yeah, there's exceptional people that are fat in certain regards, but we're talking about body abuse here. I'm just saying in general, I would have far more respect for the professional bodybuilder that's
than
using
like
PEDs.
Peter Jackson
versus
making multiple like award-winning films.
Was that
There's
Lord of the
nothing
Rings?
exceptional happening.
But some guy like taking PEDs is
Okay,
better
there's two
than
different
that?
things. Sorry.
No, sorry. I'm legitimately curious.
Yeah.
You have guy using PEDs on one side trying to do stuff, and then you do have like Peter Jackson, Lord of the Rings, multi-Academy
well, that's why I was
Award
very
winner.
explicit to say I'm talking about the fat influencers.
Yeah,
so like
yeah,
I'm talking in that context. Like if you're gonna have abuse of your body on two different ends, right? One extreme is a bodybuilder, the other is a fat influencer.
I mean,
I think
still
me
don't
and most of
believe-
society would have far more respect for the.
But there's still there's none of y'all get credible fat influencer source. Like y'all did not give not one fat influencer that literally their job is to make videos and influence people to become fat. That was literally y'all perspective on fat people because y'all just don't like them. Y'all just personally said, if you're a famous person, you're fat, then I think you're promoting fat people. That's like saying DJ Khaled is promoting fat people when he was big, like, or Rick Ross promoting fat people to be big. Like, no, that's a reach.
I think he's going to respect the hardworking billionaire.
I understand that, but I also think that like if someone's abusing themselves in any way, there should be some empathy and like rather than just being like you're a better abuser to yourself.
Exactly.
Fitness culture can be toxic. Agree or step forward?
Shoot, after what they saying now, dang sure yeah it is.
Here we all are again.
Hey, let's hear from the Jack guys.
100%. I think you can perpetuate so many themes that are so unhealthy. Like there's so many images online of people that post in like the best lighting with a pump. That is the societal norm of like what's good, and it even like affects me because I'll see people and I'm like, oh, I look like garbage compared to that. I think that right now it's like there's a lot of misinformation online when it comes to like how to get fit, how to stay in shape, and a lot of people are monetizing it. These like crazy fad diets, like you can't eat certain things, carbs are bad,
Which I said earlier, right? When Myron said the tools are out there, and I said earlier, there's a lot of fake information out there with these influencers because they're trying to make a bag in the fitness community, the industries and stuff. I said this. It's not just so easy to just find the right answer. You got different studies out there saying different things, and influencers saying different things. Do this, do that, do this. It's not that easy to find what's the right answer to lose weight, bro. It's as simple as he trying to make it seem to be. The answer to losing weight is simple, but finding the answer ain't that simple no more these days because they throw so many pills and equipment and stuff at you. You just don't know what's best is best.
Fruit has sugar in it, so it's gonna make you fat. So like now food is almost being weaponized and then to be monetized so that you buy their ebook to tell you the exact secret, code in order to lose weight. So fitness is an industry, right? So people are incentivized to say whatever that is to make money. And so it's been harder for me as a coach that takes a more holistic approach to wellness and fitness and saying, hey, it's all about balance. And like Greg's the same way. I know I felt like, I watch a lot of his videos. That is the correct approach to like making a plan that's not super restrictive. So I think that's why, the fitness industry, even being part of it, like is frustrating because there's so much misinformation.
I would say also that there's so much pressure to look like us, and it's causing people to develop body dysmorphia. And so this is a huge problem.
Yep,
so
definitely.
When you swipe on Instagram, you're being shown the top 1% of the top 1%. They all have a six-pack abdominals. Everyone feels inferior. There's pressure. Then that causes a whole host of problems, eating disorders, people feeling like shit. They don't like the way they look in the mirror. And then they keep looking for information. And then what information they're getting, half of it's wrong, like you were just describing. And so
I literally have a female friend that she fell for that whole, what is it, X-ray dude that always talking about you tired of doing cardio and stuff? Yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about. That ad that always pop up, he be eating pizza and stuff, talking about stop doing cardio, just do this, and this different types of shapes and sizes you are, and you need to be doing this. Y'all know what I'm talking about. He pop up all the time when it comes to losing weight on ads and whatnot, right? And people fall for it in the industry. People that be trying to lose weight and stuff. So like, this just goes more into what he was saying earlier in the first question. It's not that easy to find the tools you need and resources you need to lose weight. Especially like Eric said, with the whole you eating the food, you think it's healthy for you. Now people saying, oh, it's not healthy because they got this, and this in it. So then you go to a different food and they're like, oh, that's not healthy either because this, and this in it. Then you double back. Oh, that is good for you. Like you just don't be knowing, bro. You just don't be knowing. And then social media the same way. They show social media is just people show their best side of them in life, and it's not the truth. Like you said, you go in there and you thinking, oh, I want to lose weight. Now you seeing like this six-pack buff person that's a freaking model, and they over here lying. I weighed 300 pounds and I lost this much. And they found some fake picture that looks like them or some crap like that. They just show waist down, and they're like, no, I lost this much, and then this is what I did. I took these pills, and these pills helped me lose this much weight. Like, bro, no, it didn't. You was already fit, bro. But now you being a model for money. And they finna sell these fake pills that don't work and stuff. Like, it's ridiculous.
There's no solution.
I think the issue comes from the misinformation, just the lack of keeping things simple. But, we like to have fad diets, go paleo, go vegan, go whatever it may be. And it's like, the reality is the best diet is the one that you can adhere to. And I think we need to let people understand that fitness is a lot more sustainable and easier than people think it is, which is why I make fun of fat people so much, because it really is simple and it comes down to numbers.
He had me in the first half. He was talking logical. He was 100% right. Then he just had to throw the jab in there just cause he be rage baiting, bro. He just be rage baiting just to rage bait for no reason. And Myra took the rage bait out his lingo, bro. Most of the stuff he would be saying, not most of it, because some of the stuff he do be reaching on some of the stuff, but a lot of the stuff he be saying would be accepted more and make sense. But he be rage baiting. He be trying to piss people off with stuff he say. If he didn't do that, then people would receive the words he say a lot more, and help them out in life. He gotta stop rage baiting. He really gotta stop rage baiting. People call it blunt. He just keeping it realistic. You can be realistic without rage baiting, bro. There was no reason that he had to, say fat ass and stuff. He don't gotta say all that. He don't have to say all that. He does that on purpose to rage bait. He can still be realistic, blunt, without saying stuff like that.
And tracking your calories and being disciplined and going to the gym. This is why I have no sympathy for fat people, because it really is simple.
But that right there is what keeps guys like us out of getting into fitness.
Shouldn't it be the opposite, though?
No. No one
How
wants to
come?
be told they're a piece of
If
shit.
I was being
Like,
made fun of all the
So
time
here,
for
let me-
being
let me
short, I
explain
wear
this.
shoe lifts to
Let me
be
explain
taller.
Let me explain this. Like, shaming rarely works, and I'll bring this back to somebody I follow.
That
and
man said, yeah, he didn't hear what he just said. You said, don't shaming help you help out? Greg, don't the shaming help you come back? And Eric just said, shaming rarely works. And he goes, Greg, yeah, yeah. He just said shaming rarely works. It doesn't work. It doesn't work.
I appreciate their content. This guy named Alex Hormozy, and he does a value equation. And on the top side of that equation, you have the perceived value of whatever you're trying to achieve, plus the perceived chance of success. So how likely are you to, achieve said result? And on the bottom side of the equation, you divide by time, and you divide by effort. Shaming doesn't work because the value equation is driven by those things. So what I think we need to do on this side of the table is to make those things more accessible, like you said.
Exactly. Like based on the formula you just said, that's a good formula. I can tell Eric, see, you're emotionally intelligent. You're intelligent in general. I don't even have to say emotionally intelligent. You're just intelligent in general. You understand human emotions and mentality and stuff. The formula he just said, the whole achieving something equals time divided by effort. Meaning the least time, I'm pretty sure you're finna say this, the least time I have to put in to make maximum effort is more fortunate for people to achieve a goal compared to putting a lot of time in something with a lot of effort. It's less likely for me to accomplish that goal because I got to put too much time into it. I would rather put in an hour of working out compared to a 3-hour routine of working out if the 1 hour gonna give me the same results as the 3 hour. You know what I'm saying? It's more high chance of me to stay consistent to achieve that goal when it comes to putting in that effort.
Providing more value-driven information of like how to achieve a calorie deficit in a more sustainable way. How do you make it so it's not so much time? Because so many people waste time, let's say, doing so much excess cardio where strength training should be the main component. So like that's why I think adding value and decreasing time and decreasing the amount of effort is going to give you guys so much more emphasis or ability to achieve the result and more
I'm not finished.
motivation to achieve said result than being like, oh, you're fat, what the fuck,
Exactly. It's not rocket science, bro. It's common sense. It's common sense, bro. Like Eric is spitting what I said in my other video, where it's like, what I hate about a lot of people online when it comes to like the podcast and them trying to push their worldview on people and stuff, like Myron, for example, and Greg, is the fact is like, you pushing these quote unquote absolute facts that y'all believe in, and it's not helping to solve the problem we have here. The problem here is obesity is at an all-time high in society right now, especially in the U.S., okay? I forgot the statistics. I believe it's like 80%. But it's keep rising, okay? All the fast food and bad food we got, it's keep rising. Obesity is at an all-time high now in the U.S., right? And climbing. So, instead of just saying, oh, we got fat people here, then they start losing weight, like that's shaming them gonna change something, you should be like, okay, obesity is climbing, so what I need to do is use everything in my power to support these obese people and give them some type of positive reinforcement to lose weight and be there for them every stretch of the way to help them lose this weight and try to do as much help as I can to lower these statistics of obesity inside the U.S. One extra person is a good enough to lower that stat. Every extra person I help is good enough. I'm doing effort to change this country, right? But instead of doing that, he just shaming fat people and saying lose some weight. It's simple. That's it. Lose some weight. It's simple. like, be a personal trainer or something. Help these people out. Give them the valuable information. If you're saying it's so simple to lose weight, instead of over here shaming them, calling them a piece of shit, you should be sitting here and saying, listen, simple way to lose weight is this. Calorie deficit should be 1,200 calories. What you can be eating, eat something that fills you up, but have low calories. Eat you a lot of grains, you know. Eat you some food that make you feel fuller on the inside. Drink a lot of water. Drink water before you eat a meal, so that your stomach get full up before you finish your meal, so you eat less calories, but you feel full and you know, fulfilled. You know, eat some peanuts, high fiber foods, potatoes. You know, something of substance to help them understand how simple it really is to lose weight, to help them out. Teach them a workout they can do every day that can help them lose weight consistently. Stop shaming them and give them the valuable information that you say is so simple that they need to know to lose the weight. You giving them that valuable information will help them lose the weight rather than you shaming them. You shaming them is giving them no information, and that's just going to make them go home and hate themselves some more and be like, dang, they really hate me being this size. I don't feel good about myself. Eric is 100% right here. 100% right.
You know what I mean? So that's just my take
it's
on
because
it.
the fitness industry.
Especially if you're part of the fitness industry. If you so quote unquote believe everybody should be healthy and fit, your job should be to help people become more healthy and fit, not shaming people that's not healthy and fit. Your job is to help them. Help them. If that's the role you're trying to play, help them, not shame them. Shaming do not help them. Golly!
So that they can monetize it. So if
So
they
why-
tell
is
you,
that
oh,
their
I got
fault?
the secret sauce. Well, this is why it's important to acquire knowledge and.
Exactly. It's not their fault that the fitness industry is corrupted on trying to make money off of them. And then he's saying that's why they're supposed to be doing research. You are a fitness person. You're supposed to be going out your way to give them that information and to help them. Like, what is not getting through your thick head? Oh my God.
Be able to, you know, whether you go ahead and do your own research, and again, it comes back to doing the work, and people get so mad, like, oh, why is this hard? Do your research, look at the studies. There's so much fitness studies out there. There's no secrets. It's just discipline and sustainability
Have you
over a
guys
period
have
of
you
time.
guys ever been confused about how to get and stay in shape based on the
Totally.
information that's out there?
Totally. I would
Eric,
never,
I love you, bro. I love you, bro. Eric, if you got a YouTube channel, I need to check you out. You probably get some great fitness advice and stuff and help people lose weight, bro. Like, come on, man. Myron over here still over talking about something. They can do the research themselves. It's not hard to find. Nigga, give them the sources. Instead of just trying to say how easy it is to find it, support them. Support them. It's easy to find. Eric, any of y'all get confused about how to lose weight? Yeah. All of them said, yeah. Like, it's not as easy as you think it is. One thing I got taught when it came to doing content creation is just because something seems simple and obvious to you and common sense to you doesn't mean it's common sense to everybody else. Okay? And that's why you see YouTubers making tutorial videos on how to play video games still, because even though for gamers like me, where it's common sense and I'm just naturally good at games, video games, other people aren't, and they need them videos to know how to play the video game because they're not that inept like other people. Myron, you know how to be fit, so it's inept to you. You know what it takes to be fit, but they don't. So instead of just being a smart ass, give them the information. If you care about them losing weight, help these men that you so happy that you say you love doing. Help these men get information they need to lose weight instead of shaming them and blaming them.
ever take advice from you to get that advice or to gain. I would never, ever take advice from you
Exactly,
to get
see?
that advice or to gain that knowledge.
See? That negativity did not help.
Important to acquire knowledge and be able to, you know, whether you
That negativity literally just said, I would never gain advice from you. Like, it's not working, Myra. It's not working, bro.
and the sustainability
Have you guys
of-
out there?
Totally. I would never, ever take advice from you to get that advice or to gain that knowledge because of whatever this disposition it is that you have going on, right?
What's the disposition?
I mean,
Can you describe it?
I mean,
I think I just keep it real.
I don't.
but
I wouldn't
that's
even
fine.
enable it toxic, but I think it's like You have this
It's toxic.
perspective about the world around you that I think is kind of really warped, and I don't understand why, and I would like to understand why, and I'm not getting it, because you're like, shame is the answer and stuff like that, but
It's worked for
not.
centuries.
It's not, though. It's
Okay, his perspective is really one-dimensional. Do not be one-dimensional, guys. Always be open-minded and willing to grow and evolve your mindset. He just said shaming has worked for centuries. If shaming worked for centuries, why do we have obese people in the United States on an all-time high? Think about it. Think about it. If fat people have been getting shamed for their whole life being fat, and they shaming right now towards fat people right now, if they've been shaming fat people for all these years, and obesity is on an all-time high, and these fat people are saying shaming never helped them lose weight, it actually discouraged them to lose weight. Put two and two together. Clearly, shaming have not been working for hundreds of years. Clearly, it haven't been working. You've been shaming fat people and obesity on an all-time high. Clearly, it haven't been working. So, if something isn't working, clearly you have to go back to the drawing board and find what does work. It's been proven that positive reinforcement works better than shaming. It's been proven. Support works better than shaming. It's been proven. When people get bullied, they don't look at that as an opportunity to become better. Some people, like I said, some people take it from make my haters my motivators. But most people don't, okay? Most people get bullied and it causes trauma to them. And that trauma does irreparable damage to them growing up, and it end up warping their mentality growing up. And unless they get over that trauma or get some therapy, they got some type of twisted perspective on what they believe in conditioning growing up because of that trauma. You got people that still got traumatic events that they attached to from being bullied growing up. They didn't take that shame and grow into a better person. What? Oh, that person got shamed, so now they fit into society now because they were different. We hate different. Like, okay, a nerd get bullied, and now the nerd stopped being a nerd on the surface and stop being passionate about the stuff he was into when it comes to like comic books or something or a video game. He hide it now from the surface and hide his creativity and fit in with society norm because he got bullied now because of that shame. Peer pressure got him. How did that benefit him as a person? Now he's an introvert. Now he don't feel comfortable expressing himself. Shaming don't always work, bro. Shaming is a 50-50 coin flip, bro. It can either go good or bad for that person. It can either go good or bad, bro. And most of the time in the society we live in now, bad.
It's why you have so much conflict. It's why we're
Exactly.
literally sitting here today having this discussion.
Exactly.
So here's the thing. You operate on what's ideal. I operate on what's real. And the reality is
what's
that the world
real,
is a much
though?
colder and harder place than you think it is, but you want to, people to just understand you and see your perspective and see you as how you see yourself. The reality is the world's never going to see you how you see yourself. They're going to see you on how you display yourself to them. And
Look, bro. You just yapping now, bro. You just yapping. You just yapping, bro. You just yapping. What's realistic is what we're talking about right now. Realistic. Shaming don't work. Shaming causes conflict. It never worked. It never worked. It never worked. It's the reason why we had racism. It's the reason why we had segregation. It's the reason why people don't like fat people. It's the reason why people don't like gay people stuff. Shaming has always done traumatic things to people. Whether they gotta hide their individuality, hide coming out the closet, depression and stuff. Clearly, shaming hasn't been working. It caused conflicts. What are you talking about? That's reality. There's statistics on this and real life experiences on this. What are you talking about right now? What are you talking about right now, bro? What are you yapping about, bro? Crony, what are you yapping about? It doesn't make sense, bro. It doesn't make sense. Huh? Oh my God.
when you are fat, out of shape, etc., the people, and if they don't get to know you and talk to you and have a conversation with you, they're going to assume certain things. That's just the world that we live in.
Just to dig.
And they can believe that. What that got to do with me? What that got to do with me? You think I care about a stranger walking down the street looking at me and judging me? And I don't even know from a freaking lick of paint? I don't worry about you in my face right now, shaming me and trying to tell me this feeling me a better person. That's what I'm going based off right now, bro. That's what I'm going based off of. What are you talking about right now? How did that little spew you just said about reality, what did that got to do with what we just said? Shaming doesn't work. We're proof it's not working. Society is proof it's not working. How did you just say it's a cold world out there? I live in a real world. You supposed to be bettering the world. You supposed to be bettering it. How you're not bettering it? How is you bettering the world? You just basically said the world is cold, so I'm finna be cold.
Dig a little deeper into that. Has something happened to you to confirm that observation that you have?
No, I mean, I just live in objective reality, and objective reality isn't as nice as you think it is.
So you're not drawing from a personal experience at all?
No, I'm speaking fairly objectively that these are the conversations that people have behind closed doors, but they don't want to say out loud because for fear of cancellation, for fear of coming off as an asshole, etc. I'm just saying how people really feel, but they're scared to say it.
Coming from whether the fitness space can be toxic or not, the shame attitude has kept a lot of.
He just said this what people really want to say, and it's not really shown. I haven't seen not one person say, yeah, we need to be shaming each other. Is there certain things that need to be shamed? Yes, but when it comes to fatness, this not one of them. This not one of them. If we talking about like women being out here being freaking whores, then yeah, we can shame some of that. You know, if you don't want, if you believe women need to have a little bit more, you know, carry themselves better, then yeah, it is some wild women out here that need some shame thrown at them. Yes, some women need to be, but I wouldn't even call it shame, cause the way they use shame in here is not the way I used to look at shame. When I looked at shame, I looked at it as compassion, like, bro, you know you shouldn't be doing that. You got something you can be doing better in life. You know you can do better. Bro, you can be doing better. I can support you in everything. You can do better. I guess my shame was compassion. They shame is like bullying. They basically saying you a piece of shit. You know what are you doing right now? Ugh, you disgust me. Like, how did that supposed to make me feel better? How did that supposed to make me be like, yeah, I need to do better in my life? What they just showed me was like, oh, this nigga hate me. Golly, he hate the way I talk, he hate the way I walk, he hate the way I dress. Like, golly, he just hate me.
A lot of people out of it. I've been doing fad diets since I was 12 years old. I was put on Weight Watchers. I did Atkins. I did paleo. I did everything you could possibly imagine. And not until I started following other influencers that were more proactive based on, I want to be around for my daughter for as long as I possibly can be. I want to give my body the function it needs. Like, just that basic mind shift. Hey, life can get a lot better if you do kind of focus on your health a little more. Instead of, you're a fat piece of shit, you need to change. To me, I don't know everyone in the fitness industry, but I know for me personally, it totally changed my relationship with fitness when I started realizing that it was a gross benefit instead of a punishment I had to put onto myself for not being disciplined enough. For people like you to maybe respect me, who, again, we don't know each other in reality. So why am I destroying my life so you will respect me?
Exactly.
Well, going to the gym and training isn't going to destroy your life.
No,
And it does. It's going to enhance it eventually.
That's not destroying the life. What's destroying the life is the shame you put on me for me to get fit. You basically said, you a piece of shit, you need to change. So now I'm getting in the gym, exercising, not because I love myself and I want to feel better about myself. I'm doing it because I want you to respect me because you just called me a piece of shit. So yes, I'm destroying myself. I'm destroying my own character to appeal to you, to appease to you. So yes, it's destroying yourself. It's not, oh, you're not destroying yourself. Your body can fit. No, I'm destroying myself because of what you said to me on a mental, emotional level.
Anything.
But I'm saying, I do that. I'm saying, it wasn't until someone told me about those enhancements and kind of approached it with more of an empathetic way of being that it seemed attractive to me at all to be a part of it.
Does anyone here respond positively to shame?
No.
I think in some ways, I feel like a lot of us can relate to this. Like when we were younger, if I wouldn't say it was shame, but I wasn't necessarily like happy with the way I look, and that kind of motivated me to get into fitness in the first place, right? And we're talking this was like in high school, so I think to some degree, shame that's not put on by others could be helpful, right? It has to be something within yourself that can motivate you.
I'll speak on the shame thing too, because the shame that I guess embodied came from myself. So when I was on my weight loss journey and I was like losing weight, the day that I weigh in and it was like the scale read 1 pound over, like I would take those pills that make you shit, literally, to like lose that extra pound to see. Like, so going back to the toxic situation, that's where I got fucked up, because I would do things in response to me not getting that positive stimulus to hurt myself ultimately. Do I have therapy now? Yeah, because it's a double-edged sword for sure.
I think shame is good. I think it's a very natural response to inadequacy, and it tells people that, hey, maybe I need to change. Like being bullied as a man, being shamed, it's a good thing because it stimulates you to change and make a better difference most of the time.
But some people don't respond. Like some people when they
get exactly. Trying to throw everyone in the same bubble is so stupid. Humans are fickle. If you know what fickle mean, that means we can change at the drop of a dime, bro. One day you wake up happy, then another day you wake up sad. Another day you wake up motivated, and then another day you wake up lazy. Humans are fickle, and y'all know it's true because y'all had days like this before. Some days you be like, I don't feel like doing nothing. And then another day you like, bro, I'm ready to hit the gym. I'm finna hit it. I'm finna give it my all. And then even in relationships, one moment you in a relationship, everything cool, and another moment y'all arguing. And then next thing you know, y'all back happy again. Humans are fickle, okay? We are not constant. We are not consistent. We always changing, okay? So for him to think we all are the same and we all gonna take shaming and bullying the same is a dumb argument. Life is not that easy, black and white, okay? Someone may throw shame at me and I may not give a F what they saying. Someone may be like, you a piece of shit. I'm like, oh, okay. And I keep going on my day. That shame didn't make me want to better myself. That shame didn't ruin me. I just went on about my day. I was like, oh, that nigga just a hater. And I just kept going on about my day. Someone else may take that shame. Your body's like shit. Oh, dang, you think I look like shit? I'm finna, my hater, my motivator. I'm finna work out, hit the gym. I'm finna change, because ain't nobody finna be telling me that. I care about what people think about me. I care about my image. That shame made that person stronger. Someone else may be like, you look disgusting. Dang. I was already having a bad day, and now someone else just stacked on something else that's bad. And I'm disgusting. I don't even feel like getting out of bed today now. Man, why am I here? What is even my purpose, bro? And now that person just depressed, stuck in bed now because they got tired of what people saying about them, and now they already feeling bad about themselves, and other people stacked on to that, and now they can't bounce back. Now they depressed. Like, shame is such a freaking firecracker, bro. It can work in any type of way. That's not a surefire way, bro. And then we got all these cases of people doing Control-Alt-Delete from shaming, from bullying. People that still got trauma from bullying and stuff. And how much it caused mental health issues. And you talking about we need to bring bullying and shaming back like it's a need, it beats it all. Like, I may troll and say it, but this man is like serious about it, bro.
They get shut down, and now they proceed further into that negative, behavior, because it's not something, as Zach and everybody else was mentioning, was positive to bridge that gap.
That's a part of the masculine journey, is overcoming adversity.
It's not a talk of masculinity, bro. It's just like
being a pussy and being like, okay, I'm going to prove you wrong. And this is the thing, it makes or breaks you. Not everyone's going to win.
That is not the masculine journey. That is made up. There's no masculine journey. That is made up. It's a fallacy. It's conditioning. That's not a masculine journey. That's something you made up. There's no such thing as masculine journey. At the end of the day, you're born a man. Boom, you're already masculine. You're a man. Every man go on their own journey. There's no one journey you got to stick to. You're talking part of the masculine journey. What are you talking about? There's no set requirements for becoming a man. You're a man regardless. As long as you're handling your ish, you're a man. A man is someone that can handle their responsibilities. Make their money, handle their responsibility, take care of their family. That's all a man got to do. Be a provider. What is part of the man journey about being shamed and then trying to prove these niggas wrong? That's not part of the man journey. That's called you being a dickhead and making someone's life harder for no reason. That's all it is. A man gonna know when they need to hit the gym or not. A man know how to wake themselves up, bro. We see things every day that wakes us up and motivate us. We don't need someone shaming us for us to do that. Like, huh?
We need winners and we need losers. The losers are the ones that shut down like, oh, I'm sad now. I'm going to continue eating ice cream. Okay, you're a fucking loser. Stay over there. But there's guys that rise up to the challenge.
Here you go, guys. The person that better men. He empowered men. I ain't never heard this in men mentoring a day in my life, bro. Not a day in my life, bro. There is no such thing of life should have winners or losers. There are winners and losers, but life shouldn't have winners and losers, especially if you're someone that's supposed to be mentoring men and empowering them. Your job is to make sure it's less losers, meaning you should be empowering these people that feels bad about themselves and get them out that sunken place to be better, not basically telling them, oh, if you're a loser, you feel bad about yourself, well, you didn't deserve to be good anyway. Huh? Your job should be, if you see someone down, you should motivate them and be like, nah, bro, you can't let it end like this, bro. Get up. It's time to work out. It's time to get to that money, bro. It's time to get to it, bro. Nah, bro. You're not no loser, bro. I know you're feeling depressed right now, and I'm finna help you get through that depression, get your mental health straight, bro. We finna hit it, bro. We finna hit this gym. We finna get you better, bro. Not no, you couldn't handle what I just said to you. Cry about it. You wasn't meant for this, and then just move on to someone else that got the energy. Like what?
I'll just say, you know what? I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna fucking surpass you, and that's where guys need to be. You need that killer instinct where you use that as fuel. It's up to you how you want to do it.
Isn't the goal of the fitness industry to get people more fit?
Of course.
That's the blanket goal.
Of course.
And we're saying shame and calling me a piece of shit doesn't
work.
motivate me to get more fit.
Well, we need winners and losers.
No.
We need winners and
Your
losers.
job is to make me
There's
fit.
Inevitably, there's going to be losers.
Your
If you don't
job is
respond
to
favorably
motivate
shame
me.
and bullying, etc., and you don't overcome it, you're effectively a loser.
Let's be clear though, you just said the right word, fitness industry. It is a industry.
Yeah.
It is to make money. It's not necessarily to get people into shape, it's to make money. So sure, there's gonna be junctions along the way. Like I'm a coach, there has to be tough love. Like if you're not doing the things you're supposed to be doing, I have to be a little bit harder on you. But that's not gonna start your journey, me being like, you're a fat piece of shit. Whereas like, if we get into it and we're 3 months in and you're not making progress because there's a lot of things you're not doing that we're coaching you on, then of course there's gonna be some tough love, there's gonna be some extra accountability, but I think there's a difference between accountability and tough love than just like shaming somebody into doing something. Because that's not gonna create that like long-term ability to obviously achieve it on their own.
But Myron would prefer, you would prefer
Shaming is a component to get people to be accountable.
We all just want to know when shame motivated you to be better.
Great question.
I mean, I'm speaking
Great
in general
question.
here as
No,
far
I know,
as like
but don't
shame
speak
working,
general.
but
Speak for yourself.
They're asking you now, bro. What shame made you better?
oh well, here's the thing. I think every man growing up has been shamed to some degree, where they're like, you know what, I need to improve this. Whether they grew up skinny.
You though.
You.
Well, yeah. I mean, I was skinny, right? And then I got picked on, and I was like, okay, I'm either gonna let this define me or I'm gonna overcome. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna go to the gym and start training.
But does it work in any other interpersonal relationship? Like, have your parents ever shamed you, come down on you, made you feel like shit?
Absolutely.
But did you deserve all of it, 100% of it?
Absolutely, they shame me, and I think that's fantastic. And I think that's a part of your parents' job is to shame you for your fuck ups.
What about people in abusive relationships?
Why do I think that's just cap? I just think that's cap. I don't think parents, unless they're bad parents, shame their children. Parents support their children. If a child fails at something, the parent tell them, don't give up, you got this. The parent don't go over them and be like, you a failure, you piece of shit. I knew you wasn't my good child. You ain't my favorite child. I got the one over there. Bobby, he got something going for him. You're gonna be a loser. And then that son was like, I'm gonna prove my dad wrong. I'm gonna be a winner. At the end of the day, now your son finna resent you for the rest of their life. So I'm calling cap on that one. I'm calling major cap on that one. Major cap, bro. Even when a kid do something wrong, parents don't shame them. They may whoop them and discipline them, but they don't shame them. They don't say, you ain't worth nothing. They don't do nothing like that. They may whoop you if you do something bad. They may whoop you and be like, don't do it again. You know, they may say don't do it again, but they don't be like this. I knew you wasn't ish. I knew you wasn't gonna be ish. Like, no parent do that. Like, no.
Or with abusive parents who are now in no contact situations or anything like that. Not me. I love my folks. They're great. Yeah. But like, just for the TV record, in case they watch it. Like, but I know a lot of people who
There's
are
always
on
a
like
line.
no
There's
contact.
always a line. But
So that's all I'm saying is in the industry.
Now he agreeing. Now he agreeing. There's always a line. It's always gonna be a line with shame, bro. You acting like it was absolute.
I would rather.
And just make it clear, I'm not saying that people can't motivate themselves from shame. Yes, there are people are to do it. They do it in anime all the time. I know that's a cliche in anime, but like in real life, some people make haters their motivators, but everyone don't do that. So the way he was trying to make it seem like it was absolute, now he finally seeing there's a line. We know there's a line, nigga. They've been saying there's a line this whole time. You kept battling it.
Be with someone who's trying to uplift me, trying to get me to improve, hold me accountable. Tough love, absolutely, I think is important.
Yeah.
There's a total difference between tough love and shame.
Absolutely.
shame is a component of tough love.
No,
Shame is only done with the intent to hurt somebody, not to uplift them.
We got to reset.
You gotta reset. That's fine.
Exactly.
I would not like to be on the other side. If that's true for you, come forward.
Shit. If I was in there, I wouldn't be on the fit side. I would have been like this. Yeah, I'd be ashamed. I would have sat there right in the middle, and they were like, "So why would you want to be on the opposite side?" Because of him right there. That guy right there. Myron, nah. If that what comes with being fit, that attitude, Myron and Greg, if that's what it comes with being fit, I don't want it. I don't want it. No disrespect. I don't want it. I do not want it. Then I would be like, Eric and Tyler, y'all cool.
Very medium on this.
When I was in high school, they do your graduation photos, and they had a saying, and my saying was, my worst nightmare would be if I gained 10 pounds of fat. Literally, grade 12, I remember it clear as day. I was already a competitive bodybuilder, and so to imagine being 100 or 200 pounds overweight when I strived my whole life to look kind of like this, I just couldn't imagine it. It would be a nightmare for me.
I agree. From like a health perspective, like being overweight or obese like, puts you at a higher risk of developing chronic illnesses, and I think I wouldn't want to be in that position. And if I was in that position, I would do what I can in order to get to a healthier weight.
Okay, so I just want to make sure everyone gets to say their piece before I go. I mean, yeah, it's completely unacceptable to be fat as a man. It's completely unacceptable. It's just so many problems with it. I've been fat, I've been skinny, and I've been in shape, and I will pick being in shape every single time. Just like if you ask someone that's rich versus someone that's poor, they will pick being rich every single time. And the thing is that most fat people...
Cap. Because there's some rich people out there that literally said they unhappy being rich, and they would like to be poor, just to have the simple life again, of just being able just to do them without the paranoia and all that type of stuff. So that's cap. Every rich person wouldn't say they want to be rich. Some people that got rich, they hate that they got all the money and the fame, and they would love to get the leisure life again. They don't gotta be dirt broke, dirt poor, but they probably would want the middle class life again, so they could just have a leisure life and wouldn't have to worry about the drama, the fame, and the lack of privacy and stuff. And they probably, and people begging them for money, so they probably want that back. So I say cap on that one. I wouldn't say every rich person would want to stay rich. There's probably some that'd be like, nah, I want the leisure life. I don't want it no more. That's why it's a lot of celebrities after they got out the game, they off the face of the radar. You barely hear these celebrities ever again, bro. They're just chilling.
Not all, but most have never even seen their abs. They've never seen what their body is capable of. They've never been actually happy with their physique. And once you get that taste, you're never going to want to go back. And then on top of that, you're going to want to go ahead and tell all those fat asses that you were once friends with, you need to get in shape. This is awesome. But the reality is we live in this crazy world where we coddle fat people, we coddle idiots, we coddle morons, and we don't hold anybody accountable, and we allow mediocrity to strive in the West. And I think we need to go back to shaming fat people. We need to go back to making fun of them. I mean, if I was president, hell.
He just yapping, bro. The question is, I would not like to be on the other side. All you had to do is explain, why wouldn't you want to be fat? Why wouldn't you want to be on the opposite side? And he going into a whole jargon about, his usual spiel that he does on his podcast and stuff. He's just going on a whole long tangent when it was just a simple question on why you wouldn't like to be on the other side.
I put all of them in a fat concentration camp so they can concentrate on dieting and exercising, because being fat is completely not acceptable. I'd have these people back in shape, because what people don't also understand is that fat people bring a big burden on the healthcare system.
Well,
Obesity, diabetes, heart disease, etc. It's a big problem.
Do you really mean that, or are you just saying that?
I'm dead ass. Yeah, if I was
Exactly,
president, make me
bro.
president, I would get rid of the obesity problem.
Like, thank you, moderator, for saying that. It seems like he's just fishing for a rage bait or for a clip, bro. Like, he's purposely saying wild stuff to get under people's skin. That's what it seems like. It don't sound like a logical, sound person would say this in a regular conversation. Like, it's like something is twisted there. Like, some of the stuff he'll throw in a little truth there, then he just go off the deep end on some extremist-ish, and he'd be like, bro, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing?
That I find it interesting that they can lock us up in their homes for almost 2 years saying wear a mask, etc. But then I say I'm gonna lock these dudes up in a concentration camp where we're gonna get them healthy food, we're gonna get them exercising, and I'm looked at as crazy.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I guess there's a distinction between having opinions about how COVID was handled and genuinely believing that all fat people should be in a concentration camp.
Yes,
And
a
I just wanna make
concentration
sure-
camp. Let me be clear. I'm talking about a concentration camp where they're concentrating on diet and exercise.
So I wouldn't necessarily want to go from one extreme to another. I also would not want to be spewing out stuff just to hopefully get a viral clip.
So if you could
You know,
snap your fingers and look like any of us, would you not do it? Like, would it
I
not be worth
probably
it?
choose to look like Tyler. I want to go to a place where it's comfortable and it's healthy all around. I'm not doing things that could negatively impact me in a way to get to a place like that. Like, I've gone through that. I've gone through having eating disorders, from chewing gum and drinking water and starving myself in different ways to achieve something. Like, when I was dancing, my dance teacher blatantly told me, if you don't lose a certain amount of weight, I'm kicking you out of the showcase. So what did I do? I resorted to everything that I could possibly do to cut pounds like crazy. And it wasn't sustainable. It really screwed with me mentally, but I was doing it. And of course, like, in the moment, it sort of felt good, but then I fainted in class one time. And that really, really sucked.
So I feel like you would switch sides if it meant doing it naturally. Like, he's obviously natural, he's natural.
That's what I'm saying.
Obviously not.
I would switch sides if it meant that I could do it in a healthy way. And I mean, obviously, like I expressed it, I'm working on that. And I'm not saying that what you did was wrong. I really applaud the fact that you're saying to people like, hey, this was what my journey was, this is what it took, but I really don't advise that.
Okay, so here's the thing, man. Like, excellence and comfort cannot coexist. If you want to be an anomaly and you want to be the trendsetter, you want to be the top guy, you got to be able to be comfortable being uncomfortable. As far as like weight loss, because you said I'm just saying things to get a viral clip, how would you deal with the obesity?
What did the comfortability have to do with anything? It seemed like he just threw that out just to say it. What did that have to do with anything what he just said? But he said, what would you do about obesity? Okay.
Your problem.
Like I said, pouring life into people. How am I dealing with it? I'm sharing what it's taking me.
Explain
I'm
what pouring
sharing,
life is. Like, what would that actually look like?
As someone who creates content online, I share what it is that I do in the gym. I share my routine. I talk about, like, hey, today was a shit day, but guess what?
That's the best
I pushed
way.
past that, and I just benched 405.
Best way to
That's
do
more
it.
than I weigh. When I want to hang out with friends, if I know that my schedule does not allot me that time, but I know that I have this time during the gym, I'll tell my friends, like, hey, pull up with me.
So you're inspiring others.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, what if I told you at the camp everyone's exercising together and they're inspiring each other?
But
Same
you,
thing.
you
Same thing.
approached it at such a negative way. Like, you approached it from a place of shame. And like, most of us have blatantly told you that shame didn't really work. Shame is
Fact,
what led.
this man said, I'll become president and get all these fat asses in a concentration camp, or they'll be on a diet and exercise together. Like, you made a whole camp for fat people to lose weight. It didn't sound like in a positive manner. It sounded in a, I'm being president and I'm gonna force these niggas to do that because these fat asses need to lose some weight. Like, that's a negative connotation. He could have easily said, I'm working on making my own fitness camp where I can get fat people to come there and work together to lose weight. We give them a diet together and exercise together. If he said it in that way, it would have been way more positive and poured more life into people. and have more of a positive reinforcement behind it. He purposely says stuff in a race baiting, riffing type of way to get under people's skin, instead of just being more genuine. You know what I'm saying? Like, he could have easily said, I'm working to make my own fitness camp for fat people can come there. I get them on a diet. They work together. They exercise together. They lose weight. I want to help people lose weight. That would have been the most positive thing Myron could have said, and I would have respected him for it. But the way he be saying things, it's like, bro, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing? You don't need saying stuff this wild is crazy. I know it gets the clicks. When people see stuff that he says is wild and viral click, I know it get viral, make him more famous and stuff. I know, but at what cost, bro? I would never want to get famous off of people sharing clips of me being a dickhead. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not that deep on being famous, okay? I'm not that deep being famous. I'd rather be genuine and transparent and relatable to get famous rather than grifting, basically.
Disorder. Shame is what led me to unsustainable weight loss.
Whose fault
when
is that,
what
though?
we're looking for is stability.
Whose fault is that you decided to go in unsustainable?
The person's fault is the teacher, the dance teacher. She said, "You better lose weight. I'm kicking you from the team." She basically gave him a ultimatum. Basically, it was like, you got to do this. You got to do this, or you're not gonna be on the team. Like that's who did it, bro. It wasn't like he was able to do it. And I'm pretty sure the teacher did a time frame. Like, the dance was probably next week, so the nigga gotta lose weight before next week. You know what I'm saying? Or next month. Like, that's a time limit. So you couldn't do it the healthy way, because the healthy way, you probably losing like 2 pounds per week. He probably had to lose drastic weight to stay on the dance. This man probably trying to lose like 10 pounds per week or some crap. Like yeah, it couldn't be sustainable.
Route with dieting.
But that's
so if I was given a timeline that I needed to meet, and I'm trying to figure out, without also having the tools to do so the proper way, and I'm just grasping at straws on how I do it, yeah, it's not sustainable.
Exactly.
Yeah, so whose fault is it that they chose an unsustainable route to lose weight? That's your fault.
It's
See, the
an
problem is that you're a
amalgamation.
professional victim. I don't know if you've caught on to this, but you're a professional victim. You constantly blame others for your inadequacies and why you're fat. The reason why you're fat.
I haven't blamed not one person.
I said, who do you blame?
Yeah, because you're always like, oh, but it's tough and all this other stuff. The reality is this, man.
Wait,
you eat too much and you don't exercise enough.
I'm trying to figure out where these misconceptions about me are.
Again, you can say whatever you want to say.
I do want to press.
I called you out on it, and I said, you're searching for a viral clip.
Everyone has an excuse for why they're fat.
I think that it's really sad.
And they can't take accountability for why they're fat.
Really sad.
We gotta pause. Let's bring in our.
Telvin didn't blame nobody that he's fat. He didn't blame the teacher. He didn't blame nobody. He said he working on himself. He losing weight. He taking accountability. He said he was on an unsustainable, sustainable diet. He literally said he'd been working on himself. He makes sure he go to the gym. When friends want to hang out, he takes the friends with the gym with him. Like, he been taking accountability out of. See, that's what I mean. That moment right there seemed like Myron was just trying to fish for a clip, like he said. That's what it seemed like. Cause like, nigga, if you so pro helping men better their lives, right there, you shouldn't be so combative against men and so negative and shaming. You should be trying to, give them positive reinforcement. Like, good job, you losing weight, man. I'm proud of you. Keep it up. And then give them some tips like, you can do this, do this. I need help. Get in contact with me. Stuff like that. But I don't know, man. Yes.
Disagreeers.
Bro. You guys were arguing so much, I forgot the prompt. What was the prompt again?
It was, I don't want to be on the other side.
Oh, okay.
No, of course I would. I'm a curious person. I have been in much more traditional, like aesthetically pleasing shape in my past, but I've never gotten to like your guys' standards. And of course, I'm curious about anyone's life, like what it's like to walk through their shoes. So I don't see why I wouldn't be.
Zach and Eric been.
So when I was my lightest weight, which was 273, I wasn't anywhere near you guys, but I had muscles. I felt really good about myself. And now that I've fallen back, I literally like almost hate life because I got somewhere, got really close, and it was out of reach. And now I'm falling back, and I got to fight again. So if I could, I'd absolutely would switch.
What makes it hard to, like, I don't understand, like, you were 273 feeling great. How did you get back? Like I'm curious.
Yeah,
genuinely curious.
no, absolutely.
How does that happen?
So when I started my
bro.
weight loss journey, I was very focused. Like I can't take any outside help. Like I gotta do this on my own. I did all the research myself. So my problem was when I would hit plateaus, it hit hard because I'm like, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Why not cutting weight? So eventually I hit enough plateaus to where like
that happened to my brother when he be trying to lose weight and stuff. And people don't tell you you're gonna hit a plateau when you're on the weight loss journey because your fat is changing to muscle. So muscle and fat have the same equal weight. So when you start hitting plateaus, you thinking, dang, I'm doing everything right. Why not I'm losing weight? But the fat is changing to muscle. So your body may be way more toned than what you think it is. But because you don't see the scale going down, you think you ain't losing nothing, and it started discouraging you. But in actuality, just keep it up, and you're gonna break that plateau, and you'll keep losing again. But that's why you're supposed to have coaches, the fitness people here to let them know, like, hey, it's gonna be plateaued. But he, like you said, he didn't have the right tools. He didn't have nobody telling him that. So when he seen the plateau, he got discouraged and fell back. You know, and I'm glad he's taking accountability for it. He seen himself discouraged and all this type. He said he got to get right back to it. You know, he ain't blame nobody but himself.
my mentality was just breaking down.
Yeah, no, I mean, I agree with the prompt just saying like, I probably wouldn't go extreme like on your side of the spectrum, so that kind of stuff, but I would like to look like Tyler.
Everyone wants to look like Tyler.
Tyler is the ideal for me of what I want to look like, but I mean, I wouldn't be that short too, but
I'm just gonna say it, the elephant in the room. Every fat person would want to be in shape. The problem is that they're not willing to do what's required to get in shape, hence why they are fat.
But it's abundantly clear what you think. Like we've got
lie.
it.
Kudos to you.
It's a lie.
Thank you for cutting them all, bro. Let's keep going,
your
bro.
Your physique is in your control. Can the agreeers please step forward?
I think everybody agree. Your physique in your control. I don't think there's no way you can argue with this one, bro.
So
Like,
long
there's
story
no way.
short, in 2018, I got to my heaviest weight, which was 441 pounds, and I was depressed as like. I'm not gonna cuss, but
You can say it.
I was depressed as fuck, man. Like it was really hard. My weight had built like a cage around my mind. So even things that I knew were good for me, I couldn't even like go for it because my mentality was just so messed up. And it got to the point to where I had someone tell me like, dude, you're gonna die. And that hurt, you know? And I just flipped things around. And I think one thing we haven't mentioned is accountability. I think that's the biggest thing. When I was growing up, my weight was always blamed on someone else. I was like, oh, it's my parents feeding me too much. And it's like, you can close your mouth. Like, I don't have to eat, you know? But when I finally made that change in my head, I realized that where you're at, given like the ideal circumstances, it is your choice. I am where I'm at now because I made a series of wrong choices and didn't handle myself correctly.
I mean, you deserve to be depressed if you're fat. I mean, the reality is that, depression is a very
See,
healthy-
like he's just rage baiting. He has no reason to say this. He has no reason to say this. You deserve to be depressed when you're fat. No one deserves to be depressed at all. What are you talking about? He's purposely doing this to trigger him. This dude was just vulnerable about going through depression. And I'm pretty sure he didn't speak on what really caused depression. It was more than just being fat. He probably went through like bullying. He probably went through death or something. Dark thoughts in his head. And what's his name? Rich. He been trying to keep his composure with Myron saying his wild stuff for long. He just been laughing it off, but look, he finna go off. You don't go at someone's being vulnerable about their depression, bro. So for him to just say you deserve to be depressed when you're fat, like, no, nigga, you do not deserve to be depressed when you're fat. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what?
Response to inadequacy. When you're a man, you got to go out there and produce. We're not women where we can just coast on our looks and make it through life. As a man, you must produce.
I gotta cut you off, bro, because no one deserves to be like people die from that shit, bro. No one deserves to be depressed.
Let me finish.
Yeah. See. Just based on what Rich just said, I'm assuming he had somebody he knew that Control Alt deleted from depression, because he said people die from depression. You heard in his voice kind of quivered a little bit, like he knows someone that passed away from it, or he had moments where he almost took his own, you know. So yeah, Myron he's just not emotionally enough. He just stupid. I mean, we had to get to that point now. He just stupid. And I don't care how many people that glaze this man, you're stupid as well, bro. If you don't have any type of intellect to put two and two together when it comes to human emotions and socializing with people. You're just dumb, okay? You just dumb. What he finna say is stupid, okay? I already know the angle you finna go say. If you feeling depressed, then you're not happy about your life. That's basically telling you need to better your life. Like, nigga, there are so many statistics out there where they say the chemicals in your body be changing when it comes to dopamine, serotonin, etc. And lacking certain chemicals in your body to get them happy feelings and whatnot. When people are stuck in their head, people that have been through depression before, when you stuck in that dark place in your head, you can only speak on depression if you've been through depression. It's not as easy as like, oh, my body telling me I need to get better. Let me go ahead and do it. It's not that simple. It's not that simple. You having dark thoughts in your head. You stuck in a cage. You don't know what to do. You wanna, every moment you choose to try to get motivated to finally make a change in your life. You just can't get the energy to do it. You get right back depressed, and then people trying to help you, make you feel better, making you know that you should be doing better, and you know yourself you should be doing better, but you don't know what to do, and you just stuck in a loop. You stuck in a loop, and you get ashamed about it and stuff. You don't get that support you was hoping for, and the support may be there, but it's not reaching you because you stuck in that dark side where you're not able to accept that kindness and support from people. Like it gets deep. Dark thoughts be happening, everything. It gets deep, and this man just think, oh, it's just your body telling you need to do better. Like.
Finish. The reason why you feel depressed and it's a healthy response to you being fat is because it's your body telling you like, wow, what are you doing? You need to fix this. You're sad because you're not going out there and accomplishing what you're supposed to do. It's your mask.
He do know that depression, I think I said earlier in this video, you can get depression first before you get fat. Someone could have passed away dear to you. It makes you depressed. And then you end up staying in the house all day, not exercising because you're depressed. You don't have no energy. You don't feel like getting out the bed or anything. Now you're picking up weight because you're depressed from that. You're not depressed because you're fat. You got depressed before the fatness. Oh, a breakup made you depressed. Now you hang around the house. Oh, you got depressed. Now you got an eating disorder because that's the only way you think of pleasure you get from eating food to make you get some type of happy chemical going off in your head, dopamine in your head. Now you're eating food to feel good, and now you're fat because you're eating away at some depression that got thrown your way. Some traumatic event that got thrown your way that gave you that depression. You being fat wasn't what caused the depression. Most people that's fat, they're not depressed because of the fatness. They're not depressed because of that. They're depressed because someone shamed them. They're depressed because someone bullied them. They're depressed because someone close to them passed away. It's usually along them lines. The fatness itself is not what's making them depressed. Something made them depressed. Something on the outside made them depressed, and it made the effects led to them being fat or not doing anything to deal with the fatness. It's not the actual being fat itself.
Masculine duty to make money, to be successful, to lose weight, to be strong and fit.
And I think the crazy part is too, because of Myron setting the stigma of this what men have to do in life, a requirement goal on this what men supposed to do in order to say you're a man, that adds stress on the person because they feel like if I'm not doing this, then I'm not adequate enough. I'm a failure. I'm a loser. I'm not a man. There is no guideline to life at all. Your whole point of living life is just to experience life. And the more you try to accommodate to his requirements on what defines a man, the more you're going to stress yourself out on being unhappy and trying to live up to expectations that you may not be able to live up to because that's not your journey at that moment. You may see someone else hitting them requirements quicker than you, and now you're feeling depressed. And you're like, man, I've been working hard, but it's just not lining up right for me. And I'm not saying men shouldn't grind. You should grind. Definitely do things to improve yourself. Work out. Get your job, whatever. But the way that Myron goes about it, he make it seem like if you're not doing these things I'm telling you to do, you're not a man, you're a loser. And it adds stress on people that think they have to follow his requirements because they feel like if I'm not meeting expectations, I'm not a man. You letting a man tell you what a man is already unmanly right there. You trying to live up to another man's expectation on what a man is makes you not a man. I had to say it twice for people to understand that. Okay? It makes you a follower. A man is a leader. A man makes his own rules. He set his own rules on what defines a man for himself. And if you wonder what defines a man for himself, it's literally you coming up with your own principles your own responsibilities that helps you craft your character on providing for the people around you. That's what you making your own description of a man, okay? You having your own principles, your own boundaries, your own responsibilities, and your own loved ones that you take care of. That's what defines a man. This whole have to make a certain amount of money, be a certain type of weight, and winners and losers, and like have this many women and stuff. It's bullshit. Define and craft and carve your own path on what makes you a man that you are proud of. Not what he proud of, not what someone else proud of, that you're proud of when you look in the mirror. And that's what a man is, bro. And it's ridiculous, bro. I'm ready for the video.
So that you could protect and provide for the people that you love. And when you're not able to do that, you get depressed and you get sad, rightfully so, because you're a fuck up.
Have you experienced depression?
Well, I've always been, I've had times where I've been sad and stuff, but I always get over it.
So you shouldn't speak on it then.
I think that's very insensitive to people to actually have mental health disabilities.
Depression most of the time is not real, no.
That's fucking wild.
No.
That's
Okay.
fucking wild.
It's not.
Based on what I just said, we have chemicals in our body, and if you have an imbalance, it creates depression. We literally have real medicine out there. We literally have real medicine out there that helps with depression. Antidepressants. We have real medicine out there. Do you really think we'll have medicine out there if depression wasn't real? Do you think we'll have so many mental health issues and control alt delete stats going up if depression wasn't real? People that's really stuck in their minds and can't escape, leading them to think there's no other solution but getting out of here is the best option. You really think depression's not real?
A lot of the times when people are depressed, it's because of their own inadequacies. You're messing up in something in your life.
Is that an inadequacy?
He doesn't mean in all cases.
No, he's saying like in the majority.
When you say a blanket statement.
Exactly, he's saying a majority. Don't try to defend Myron on this one. Don't try to defend Myron. He said he don't think depression is real. Most people that got depression is because they went through something traumatic. Other people, that's just regular sadness. We talking about depression, okay? What Myron's speaking on is you feel sad because of your inadequacies. Yes, that can be true. You feel sad because you ain't like the way your body look in the mirror. That's okay. But depression is you going through something traumatic to the point you have no energy to even do anything in life. You just laying in bed all day, sleeping all day. You may have an eating disorder or something. You can't sleep. You're using drugs and stuff, drinking a lot because you literally cannot get over that mental trap in your head. And this man think it's not real.
There's
like
always
that,
going to be
right?
exceptions, but I'm speaking generally in this context of being fat and why you were depressed. It's because
That wasn't the only reason why I was depressed. But go on.
Exactly.
Okay.
I knew it.
It's a
I knew it.
component.
I
Yes.
knew
It
it.
was a big component.
It was
for
a
sure.
response to your
Yeah.
inadequacy as a man. And the thing is that we live in a meritocracy. I know everyone likes to run around and say, oh, everyone's equal and it's all equality for everyone. No, that's not how the world works. Why the fuck should I be treated equally to someone who's fat, broke, not disciplined, and not as intelligent? It's a
So you want to be put on a pedestal. That's what he basically saying. He want to be put on a pedestal. The reason why you should be equal to another man that makes less money than you and stuff is because we're human beings. You basically said you want to belittle other people that don't make as much money and stuff as you to stroke your own ego. That's basically what you just said. That's basically what you just said. You want people to stroke your ego instead of just being a decent human being and treating people as equal. Wow. It really is hard to just find genuine, decent human beings these days. I see. Wow. And we got them being millionaires and rich people and with millions of followers. So we got these people being up there, huh? Woo! What have we done to society, bro? We made the wrong people rich, wrong people famous. Woo.
competition. Life is a competition.
Where are you getting the notions that people are not disciplined? Where is that coming from?
If you look at depressed guys, etc., look at their life. 9 out of 10 times, they're not going to the gym. They're not making the money that they're supposed to be making. They're not where they need to be. Show me a guy that's making money, successful, has a good set of friends around him, has a network, etc., that is depressed. You would rarely find that. Are there exceptions to the rule?
so
Of
many-
course.
there
There's
are
always.
so-
The man want to say exceptional rules. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. We have hella statistics of rich people control alt deleting themselves. Hella statistics. And people thought they was happy in the rich lifestyle. And they ended it suddenly. Like what? What? Freaking even popular YouTubers like Etika did it. Like, he just yapping.
There's always exceptions to the rule. There's always exceptions.
That's not, no, you can't treat that as an exceptional rule because that's a big enough percentage. You cannot say that as an exception of the rule. That's a big percentage on that one.
Themselves because
There's
they were depressed.
there's
they were
always
making
exceptions
money,
to
they
the
were
rule.
fit.
But in general,
Understand that it's
when
not
you get
black and
depressed,
white.
when you get depressed,
Exactly, it's
a
not
lot of
black
the
and
times
white.
It's because you're a fuck up and it's your body's natural response to you being a fuck up.
Has anyone here ever felt like they didn't have control over their body or their physique?
There's times where I felt like I didn't have the control I wanted, but there was never a point where I'm like, this isn't within my ability to do.
Yeah, I think we all go through stages, especially mental
Yeah,
health.
you wish it was easier sometimes, but other than that, it's like, no, of course I'm in control of it. I know I am.
So, I've started a fitness journey. I've been smaller, I've been bigger. I used to be a dancer. This really was what fueled me, hit a depression. I turned to food as, something to comfort me. And I realized that I was spiraling, right? Started working out again, kind of fell off of it. But this year I told myself it was my year of renaissance, right? That I was going to actively make the changes in all aspects of my life, including my health, including what my body looks like and what my body is capable of. And so I've been doing that. Now, did that mean that I was any less of a hard worker? No. I fucking worked 3 jobs. 2 of them that I love, and 1 of them as a survival job.
Man, better have time to work out.
To continue doing what I love. So I go to the gym every single day after work. It doesn't matter what time I get off.
And he got 3 jobs.
What things that I have going on after work, I go. But again, going back to assumptions, you looked at me and you made assumptions about laziness, about not caring about my health and things like that, when that's the complete opposite. I reached out, I got myself a trainer because I was like, I can't do this alone. And I told him straight up, these are the things that I want you to work on with me. I want to work on building mass, losing weight, but most importantly, consistency. And I feel like all of you guys can agree that that's what it is, right? Am I where I ideally want to be yet? No. But I also learned that I needed to love myself as I am right now and build those tools so that when I get to where I'm going, I can enjoy it that much more because it's a labor of love.
It doesn't have to be a labor of love. Some people who are overweight, are they going to the gym? Are they putting the fork down? Are they doing the things they need to do? If they spent 14 hours a week doing cardio and eating healthy, they would lose the weight. I spend 14 hours a week learning Spanish, even though I am horrible at it, but I'm trying my best. And if everyone else tried their best, we wouldn't see anyone morbidly obese on this planet.
I don't disagree with you at all, but I think you said it's like you're spending 14 hours doing Spanish. For me, I still work out every week. I still prioritize my health, but there are other things in my life that need to take a higher
half the calories, and you're going to be very skinny.
But that
guaranteed.
That's the whole thing.
I'm not saying you need to. I'm just saying no one should make excuses.
And that's why we all sat down. I totally agree. It's within my, because I've gotten really svelte in my past, but I was at
like I said though, 14 hours, bro. Ain't nobody doing no cardio for no 14 hours, bro. Ain't nobody doing that, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy. And like he said, he freaking married. He got a wife. He gotta make time for the wife, and he got a daughter. He need to make time for the wife, the daughter, his job, probably some housework like mowing the lawn, taking out the garbage, helping to clean the house, cook something. That man got enough on his plate. Okay, he got enough on his plate. Getting 14 hours of cardio in. It's not happening, bro. It's not happening. He got a family to take care of stuff. It's not happening, bro. The man be lucky to get like 3 hours to 4 hours of workout in the week.
Wasn't prioritizing the things that meant something to me in my life, my career, my family.
Man basically told him, you need to get 2 hours of cardio every single day. Everybody don't work out every day. Most people work out 3 to 4 days out the week. Okay, let's be honest. Nobody working out every single day. So you expect him to get 14 hours in, and everybody don't work out every day, meaning he got to do even longer sessions on certain days. His life may be too busy for that. He got a wife and kid and stuff, bro. Like, that's what I mean by, and then like with Tevin back there, man, working 3 jobs, bro, and still going to the gym. Like, sometimes people don't have all that time in a day, bro. It's not enough time in a day.
Health is still super important to me. That's why I still work out, still lift, still do cardio, still hike, still bike, still do all those things. The amount of time I've had to spend in the past to get to that isn't worth it in my daily life. I'd rather spend that time, focusing on that.
Also, would you agree, like looking at his physique, like he's at a perfectly, I would say, maybe healthy.
No.
You think?
He's definitely overweight, definitely obese.
I mean, if you
he's not that bad. Even Eric was saying it. Even Eric was like, he ain't that bad. And of course, Greg, nah, he's obese. He fat. Look, even what was the name? Rich. Even Rich, like, bro, okay, I'm kind of done with this, bro. Like, the BMI gonna say he's obese, without a doubt. BMI gonna say he's obese. But if the doctor saying he's healthy, he's in a good physique that most women will go for. Like, he got a good size. The man looked good. He looked good, okay? The man looked good. Can't be mad at it.
count BMI.
I'm not trying to put you down, just being honest.
By a BMI standpoint,
but there's a big difference between this weight and if you gain 200 pounds. But if you gain 200 pounds, I'd be like, why are you doing this to yourself? You know what I mean?
But I wouldn't be happy gaining 200 pounds. That's kind of what I'm saying. Is I kind of found kind of like a homeostasis where I'm happy and I feel healthy and I feel active and I feel like I can do what I need to do. All my numbers are in the right place, so I feel good. It's just
he's healthy. That's okay. He's healthy.
Priority for me to go further.
Yeah, you don't need to. It's all about balance from halfway.
What about you? I just want to hear.
I was gonna say I was in the same boat as him. I feel like myself. I feel comfortable with where I am right now. I've lost 100 pounds.
Congrats.
I know. Thanks. Awesome. And I can keep going. I can step, but like doctor says, everything's fine with you. You are obese, but I will never forget. The doctor told me you're healthy obese, which was like blew my mind.
Healthy for being obese.
Yeah, probably. So I needed just one health condition to qualify under health insurance for a weight loss supplement for them. I didn't qualify. I had no high blood pressure, didn't have diabetes, didn't have anything else. So I was like, okay, well.
Did y'all see Byron's face though when he heard, Dr. Allen healthy obese? Byron was like, I'm like, bro, you can be healthy without being super skinny and fit, bro. Like, nigga, I'm healthy. I'm not freaking skinny and fit, but I don't have no issues. Blood pressure good and everything. Cholesterol good, anything. Everything good on me. Like, bro. Like, it's the one-sided view for me. The one-dimensional view is crazy.
I just want to lose weight because obviously as I get older, it's not going to be like that.
Exactly.
But I mean, perfectly. I know I have the control to get where I'm at right now or where I want to be, but I'm pretty happy. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. I feel like what's sustainable is different for everyone, right? I think there's a way to weave in fitness in your life in a sustainable manner that might not encompass you losing a ton of weight. I think people kind of have different stages in life where they're focusing on different things, and I think that's something I can completely respect.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, as long as you know that you have the agency to actually make that change, when the time comes, when you want to do it, like I don't see anything wrong with that.
I was very curious, out of show of hands.
Yeah, like if I had to say anybody else, like on the fat side, Telvin can lose weight. I can't even learn his name. He barely talked, but the other gay dude, he could have lost some weight. He can lose some weight. Rich can lose some weight as well. But Zach, the model, he don't need to lose weight. Like I wouldn't consider him fat. They may say obese, but I wouldn't even consider him fat. He's a good size. I wouldn't tell him to lose weight at all. I think that's a decent size, and gives Telvin and Zach some time. They'll be the same size as Zach, Rich and Telvin, give them some time. They'll be the same size as Zach, and everything will be cool, bro. Final thoughts.
Who here feels like after spending time in this space, you feel like you're closer to understanding the other side than when we stepped in the room?
Yeah. A little surprised.
Of course.
I understand it less. Literally, like
we'll talk
just
after.
We run the risk of it blowing open again, but this was a super interesting discussion. One of the more interesting episodes I've been a part of. So thank you all. Thanks for sharing your perspective. Absolutely. I think that's a wrap, right? Nice work, guys.
Of course the haters, Greg and Byron, couldn't understand the other side.
Nice meeting
He
you,
left.
Greg.
Absolutely, man. You too.
Great meeting you, brother. Have a good one.
Bring it in.
Really good to meet you, Greg.
See, this is what I mean, bro. You see, they all giving handshakes, but guess who the first person that walked off, bro? Myron. He wasn't even man enough to give them a handshake of having a discussion, bro. A handshake on having a discussion, bro. I don't know. That's weird activity to me. That's weird activity, bro. Y'all can like him, whatever. That's weird activity, bro. I was being very unbiased as I can in this video, bro. I was humoring him at first, but then some of his points were just falling short, bro. Some of his points were falling short. It was a different statistic I was trying to look up to, and I forgot which one he had said. The depression with rich people. He said it was rare, right? He said it was rare. Let me see. Is it rare? I looked it up. They literally said 15%, based on studies, 15% of people that makes an income higher than $75,000 are depressed. Out of the rich people, 15% of them. I don't know. That's a good enough statistic to me. That don't sound like a rare occurrence. That 15% is a good amount of people that makes over $75,000 going through depression. So Myron tried to make it seem like it was a rare case. It rarely happens. It's an outlier. 15% is not an outlier. An outlier is like 1%, maybe 2%. 15%, that's not an outlier no more. Minority, yes, but outlier, no. It's happening enough for it to be 15%. That's probably 1 million some people, bro. This is freaking like 340 million people in the U.S. You know, and then whatever percentage of that of people that's actually rich, well, above $75,000, and then take 50% of that. But regardless, that's not an outlier. It's enough people. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this very long video. Hope you guys enjoyed my opinion on this and reacting to this. This might have been a podcast video, but hope you guys enjoyed something different. I know it's been a while since I uploaded a video over here. Hope you guys enjoyed it and appreciated it. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys as always. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. And yeah, man, I try to be at least biased with this. I gave my opinion and yeah, I gave my opinion on this matter, okay? During the questions that they gave, and fact checked a little bit with statistics. Like, some people was talking out their ass. So to be honest, some people was talking out their ass and not actually looking at life at a gray scale. It's not black and white. Have some more emotional intelligence here, you know. Have some more compassion and empathy for people while you're spitting these facts. Don't just be spitting these facts and then coming off rude and blunt on purpose and stuff. Just wildness. But y'all get I get my opinion throughout the video. Y'all know what I mean, bro. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys always. Until next time, stay up.